All right, we'll get some viewers in here. But Brian and Coco, how are you doing?
Doing good.
We're good.
Great.
Good. Awesome. I wanted to say I absolutely loved your room tour and like your physical media. That was an awesome setup.
Thanks.
So I absolutely loved it. We got some views in here, 2 people so far. Hello. How are you all?
Hi, guys.
What's going on? All right, guys. So this is my 3rd Talking With live show. What's up, Scatterbrain? Yes, I'm live. Can you see us? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Let me know. It says I'm live.
Yep, you're
Could
live.
be in the... Okay. What's going on? Rudy, how are you? Art, how are you? You guys say hello to my special guests, Brian and Coco, or Brian goes blue and Coco too. So thank you all. Oh, hey, Art saying hello to you all. So all right. So anyway, like I said, this is my 3rd Talking with some YouTubers, and if you guys, let's see. Oh, Art saying hi to Rudy. If you guys don't know who Brian and Coco are, you guys need to go check out their channel. I believe I already left a link down below in the description somewhere. But go subscribe to them, watch their videos, like their videos. These 2 are fantastic. I'm so happy to have you guys on my channel. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
All right, guys. So in the live chat, we're going to get to your guys' questions kind of in between the questions I have. I am ready to talk with Brian and Coco. So the first thing I have, or the first question I have is, talking about your channel. What's your channel all about? Kind of explain the channel if people don't know who you are.
Basically, the basic stuff like Blu-ray updates, and we'll throw in some like life vlogs here and there if we go on like any trips or anything like that and we feel like filming.
Unboxings.
We just got a package from a viewer that's really cool. One of our like close YouTube friends.
Yeah. We'll do like pickups, like anything that we order online, or if we go to Goodwill, like we try to do like some thrifting, but like mostly we'll do like the boutique labels, like our pickups and stuff like that. So
yeah, we'll get into more out and abouts as we go on the channel a little bit further down, but for now, just celebrating and representing our collection here.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. I love every time I watch your guys' videos. I love the background with the collection. So very cool.
Yeah,
I think Rudy had, and by the way, hello everybody. Hello Jill. Hello everybody stopping in. If you guys don't know who these 2 fantastic people are, it is Brian and Coco from Brian Goes Blue and Coco too. But I think it was Rudy who said, "Congrats on finding the pink Mean Girls Blu-ray case."
I just saw that. That was. Oh yeah, I have it right here.
Bam! There you go. That is so awesome.
That was a hard find, but.
Did you find it at Walmart? Like, where'd you find that again?
I found it. A friend of ours, a YouTube friend, like sent me a link and was like, "Hey, there's a good Mercari deal on Mean Girls," and it was like a steal because I had been seeing so many posts on eBay and Mercari, and it was just the price was way jacked up. So I was like lucky to find. It was just someone I think that just wanted to get rid of it, didn't really care how much they got for it. So I got lucky.
That was so awesome. Yeah. I know I went to like Walmart. I've had Mean Girls. I have the original Blu-ray, but I know it went out of print for a while. And every time I go to Walmart, I am in that Walmart bin trying to find the pink case, and I can never find it. So that is so awesome.
Well, if we ever find another one, we'll send it your way for sure.
Yep.
Thank you. And did you guys ever find Turbo Man? Because I could not find Turbo Man at all.
We didn't go on the hunt too hard for it. We only went to like 1 or 2 Walmarts, but we're gonna keep our eyes peeled for it.
We heard a rumor that each Walmart was only getting 4 of them. Did you hear that?
I did not know that. When I saw somebody post about the Turbo Man doll, I'm like, is this like a Throwback Thursday type of picture? I was like, is this real? And I guess some Walmarts are carrying it. Mine did not get it. So I looked. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll find it.
So we're on the East Coast, and we know people on the West Coast. We're in Florida. We know some people in California got their hands on it. So we were kind of wondering, like, has it not made it over here yet?
Might be. I don't know. Well, it's like T-shirts. I know you guys mentioned the Exorcist T-shirt I had. I found that like on a whim. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up or not, but I did.
You have to pick that up, of course.
Yeah. If I find one, I'll make sure to send it to you guys. So just, send me a message with your T-shirt size, and if I find an Exorcist T-shirt, I'm sending it your way. So.
Apparently, there's like a yellow and purple Halloween shirt now too at Walmart.
Oh yeah,
I saw that, and I want it in my life. Anything that they release, I'll usually track down the horror movie T-shirts.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got some comments here real quick. Scatterbrain, Macari gets slept on. Always check that for good deals. I don't have a Macari near me, so.
No, it's almost like an eBay. Like it's like an app you can.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, that like somebody shipped that to me. I don't even think I did anything for shipping, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to look at Macari. Jill says, let me pull this question up because this is awesome. By the way, hello, Jill. She says their collection behind them looks amazing.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
All right, so I guess my kind of going into talking about your YouTube channel. Before we get into movie talk, I want to know how you guys met. Like, how did you meet?
Ooh,
I would love to know that. You what?
You really want to know?
I really want to know the deep questions. I'm just kidding.
Online dating service.
Yeah.
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 Hey, that's awesome. When did you guys realize you guys were both into movies? Like, what was like the story behind that?
It was pretty quick. So we met November 2020.
2019.
2019. Oh yeah, 2020. We were like cooped up pandemic style together. No, it was pretty quick on it. Honestly, like we went on a few dates. We realized our love for tacos together. And then pretty quickly, I mean, you don't want to be that person that's like, oh, hey, you want to come over and watch a movie? You know, a lot of people do that. It's like this whole thing. But for us, like when he initially said that, in my brain, I was kind of like, okay. But he was like, really, like, do you want to watch a movie? And what did you bring over? Was it Tammy and the T-Rex was one of our first ones. Or Good Boys. It was something like, that one's hilarious.
And Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night. He brought that over, and he told me later, like, now he's like, that was kind of a test to see, like, if you were truly like a horror fan. We're like, okay, this works because I loved it. So,
what's up, Jonathan? How are ya? So,
watch a movie, wink, wink.
One night I was at her apartment, and she like kind of lured me into staying there by putting on Army of Darkness.
Yes. I was like, let's watch another movie. Let's watch Army of Darkness. Like, I didn't even, obviously I love it, but I didn't like really want to watch it. I just wanted him to stay long.
You can't go wrong with Army of Darkness, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I've not seen Good Boys, so I'm going to have to watch that one.
Oh, that's hilarious. So funny.
I will have to check that out. We got some other comments real quick. Let's see. Apollo, how are you? Hey guys, I just picked up Jaws on 4K. I heard it looks amazing. It does look amazing.
Yeah, one of the best 4K transfers I've seen.
You what?
One of the best 4K transfers I've seen. That and Beetlejuice are my favorite like 4Ks I've seen.
Oh, Beetlejuice Jaws looks amazing. Beetlejuice, like right when that movie opened, like when they're going through that like model town, I was like, this looks beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely. This isn't a question I wrote down, but what are some like your favorite 4K transfers? I know you said Jaws and Beetlejuice. Is there any that you could recommend to anybody?
We don't have that many 4Ks, but
we have a good little one out.
See.
What was
Gremlins was really good too.
Yeah. What else did we get?
Gremlins look great. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we haven't watched many of the 4Ks that we got. We've been kind of catching up on old stuff.
Wizard of Oz is a great one too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's my
beautiful,
favorite.
Beautiful transfer. Yeah, I'm the same way. I keep buying movies, and I'm like, Justin, you need to watch the movies. So that's life of a collector. That is life of a collector.
Yep.
All right, so guys. By the way, somebody real quick said, do you prefer tacos or pizza? You guys said tacos was like the first.
So funny that you say that. That person said that because pizza's like one of our go-tos. Yeah. We had pizza last night, actually. I don't know. What would you say?
I could eat tacos like every day of my life. Yeah. Probably. So probably that.
I'm probably more pizza, but we love both.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, an hour ago I had pizza, so there we go. But I'm a taco fan. I am a taco fan.
That's awesome.
Somebody said, Jill said, Pet Sematary looks great on 4K, the original, which that does.
We got to pick that up. I have the remake on 4K, but not the original.
It looks really good. I thought the remake looked really good too.
I like the remake. Actually, a lot of people hate on it, but I like it.
I actually really enjoy that movie. So that's one of those underrated remakes I like. Let's see, real quick. I think somebody talked about Suspiria.
Yeah, I need to get that on 4K. I have the Steelbook from Synapse, the 4K restoration, but it's still a Blu-ray. But...
And I need to see it. We've been talking. That's one that's like on our we're watching that soon. Top 5.
Yeah.
Oh, Suspiria.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't really delved into the giallo subgenre yet.
That should be one of the first that you should watch is Suspiria.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love that movie. I got scared the first time I watched it. I was like, I had these big windows right next to me, and it was like pitch black outside. And I kept thinking I was going to see the eyes like pop out at me. So, Apollo says, how does Friday the 13th look on 4K in the box set? I think it's just a 4K scan, I believe.
It looks pretty awesome, though.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's see. I want to make sure. Okay, we got some pizza, taco fans in here. Jill says Suspiria is a visual masterpiece. I agree with that. I agree, Jill. So, Coco, you're going to love it. You are going to love it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, especially that score gets stuck in your head, too.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's so good. When I was going to school, like I would be driving to the Suspiria soundtrack in the car. I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Scatterbrains, let's pull this question up. Scatterbrains asks, he was asking, what are your guys' most anticipated movies for the rest of 2021 and 2022?
Oh. So we actually just re-upped our AMC A-list. We were going to let it go. We had let it go for a while because of COVID. We hadn't been to the movies in a long time. But we're both A-listers, and we just re-upped our subscription. So we're back at the movies. We feel safe enough to do it. We're actually going to see Old tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Jungle Cruise because I'm a huge, we both are, but I'm a huge Disney fan, so I'm really excited for Jungle Cruise.
I am too. It looks a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see that one. But Old looks like it's going to be good. And I think I watched one trailer and that was it. I was like, it really didn't give too much away with the movie. So
yeah, I want to see Suicide Squad. Looks pretty good.
Yep. Halloween Kills.
Oh yes. Oh, yes. Suicide Squad, Halloween Kills. I watched the Halloween Kills trailer maybe 11 times. What's the other one I'm looking forward to?
What else is coming out?
Yeah, what's coming out more in 2022?
Oh, January, Scream's coming out.
Yeah, Scream 5.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to it. I don't know. I have to look up 2022. I'm just happy we have movies again in theaters.
I know.
I love the movies. I love the movies.
Yeah, we just saw Black Widow, and it felt like it had been forever since we had seen the first trailer for it. So we were just so happy to finally watch it, you know?
Oh, same here. I mean, it was just great it was great to see that on the big screen, but it had been like 2 years since a Marvel movie and had been seen on a big screen. So that was just amazing. Huge. That was amazing.
And Candyman.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for Candyman. Cannot wait. Apollo says, guys, are you all... Oh, I'm going to butcher this word because sometimes Justin does that. Completists. There we go.
Yeah.
And that you'll purchase the same movie over and over whenever it comes out in different formats and editions. And for me, that's a yes.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends. It really does. I kind of screwed up. I think you did the same thing. Did you sell your house in Sorority Row from Scorpion?
I did.
I did. I did the same thing. I did the same thing, and because I have the MVD rewind the whole collection. I have them all in a row. So like I wanted to upgrade it just to have the one copy. I mean, everything was the same. I know the transfer is different though, so I guess we lose some.
If you actually, I know, I was like, when a buddy of mine called me and said, I got bad news, I said, what? And he said, the house on Sorority Row transfer on the new one's not very good. You should have kept your other one. I'm like, why? But if you go on the featurettes, there's actually a better transfer in the bonus features.
Yeah.
So on that MVD release, just click on that, and that's the best transfer.
Yeah, I watched your video on that, so yeah, I'll definitely do that when I go to watch it. But yeah, there's some movies where we will have like every edition of, but then other ones doesn't matter much to us.
Like his favorite movie is Breakfast Club, and we have it on Criterion. What? We have everything from VHS to
VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, a couple of different Blu-rays and Criterion Blu-ray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now, question for you: would you buy it on 4K?
Yeah.
Same here. Same here. I would say Halloween is probably the most I've collected when it comes to physical media. The original Carpenter movie, and yes, I've bought all the 4Ks of Halloween coming out. I was like, I don't need them all, and then I wound up buying them all.
Yeah, a couple of days go by, you're like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I really don't need all these. I was like, I'll get 2 and 3, and then I was just like, put in the cart, and then I wound up buying all 5 of them.
I don't know about the whole set, but I'm definitely going to get Season of the Witch.
I think that's going to look the best. I think as far as like the colors and like I think the oranges and the greens and all that, it's going to look beautiful.
We're definitely Season of the Witch fans. Some people are and some people aren't. We definitely are.
Did you see that NECA? Did you see that NECA announcement? There's the Halloween 2 one with Dr. Loomis and Michael Myers 2-pack.
Oh, I did not. But now I got to have it in my life.
Pretty cool. So. Yeah, there's like a second picture on the post that NECA put out, and it's like, what's his name? Michael Myers covered in flames.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It looks really cool.
I'm going to have to get that one. That one is going in my cart once I can pre-order it.
And then that Mezco, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. Figures, they're doing the Living Dead dolls of the Season of the Witch characters.
Really?
They look awesome.
They look really cool.
I tell myself, Justin, you don't need this stuff, and then I go, I need it.
Hello.
I need it in my life. So Scatterbrain, let's see. What's your guys' favorite edition in your collection? That's tough for me. Favorite edition in your collection. I'm going to safely say for me, it's going to be the Halloween 16-disc film collection. I don't know. That's a tough one.
It is tough.
What would you say? Friday the 13th? I see you looking up at that box set.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
But not your favorite.
I don't know. There's a lot. The house box set's really good. That Fantastic box set I have is really good.
Yeah, you're only seeing like a small section of our shelf. Like I know when we film our videos, you can see the whole thing, and then we have the whole thing over there and in front of us. So there's so much.
We have the Hellraiser Scarlet box.
Oh, I love that one too. Yeah, I have that. I guess that might be one of my favorites. I just got the Universal box set with all the Universal monster films.
Yes.
Oh,
we
got that. I think the classic monsters.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Right up there next to Wizard of Oz.
I had to buy that because I kept seeing the price go up, and I'm like, oh, it's $200 now. I'm like, I need to get that because I feel like it's going to go out of print.
Yeah.
We got it for like $70. I want to say like last year.
That's a really good deal. I got it for
Prime deal or something.
That's great. I got it for $89, so I was like, okay, get it for $89 before it goes $200.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Oh yeah, for 50 movies or 30 movies. I think that's a great deal for that. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so let me add one more question here, and then I got some questions for you. Rudy. What is going on, Rudy? And by the way, hello everybody who's coming in the live chat. Thank you for stopping in. This is Brian Goes Blue and Coco too. So, what's the rarest Blu-ray in your collection?
The rarest Blu-ray.
He knows all the facts.
I keep on having to look back though.
Yeah.
And I have like all this here, and I'm like, okay, what is the rarest Blu-ray in the collection? If we had to pick one Blu-ray, if we can cheat and say a box set, I can totally do box sets right now. Scarlet box set, that's pretty much out of print.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. I got the Reanimator limited edition too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
I have, like, Texas Chainsaw 2 is pretty rare now from Scream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, got that one. Yep.
There's tons of Scream Factory that's rare now. Like, I want Stigmata. I can't find it for cheap.
Oh, I want to get, I know it's like not the greatest movie, but Species 2. Because it's like, that goes for like $200. I'm like, no, I should have bought it when it came out.
Wow.
That goes for that much?
Because for like eBay, I saw one for like $175.
Wow, I have that too.
Yeah, you have that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I had a buddy of mine one day. He was, and by the way, hello from Insomnia Land. So how are you doing? Thank you for stopping in the chat. I know you've been a subscriber for a long time of mine, so thank you so much for joining. But yeah, my buddy one day, he sent me a picture of movies he picked up. And he was like, I got this one for free. And I looked at it, and it was Species 2. And this is when it was out of print. He got it for free with a buy two, get the third one free.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I didn't know it was out of print. I said, yes, it was. You found it out of the blue.
I like that more than the first movie. It's more fun.
You know what? That was like those Blockbuster days for me where I used to rent that at Blockbuster. So I miss the Blockbuster days.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Cards, right?
You have your card, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have yours?
Yeah. Somewhere.
I wish I would have kept my movie gallery and Blockbuster cards, but I know the last Blockbuster, if you go on their website, you can order like a card from them. So I was able to order one.
Oh yeah, I used to go to movie gallery all the time. I'd go there on my bicycle and just pick up movies. They had the
same here.
5 days for $5.99 deal. I know a bag of tapes.
I used to do that too, and I would go in every weekend, and they're like, "We see you every weekend." It's like you're like the customer that we see the most. And I'm like, I know. I love movies and collecting movies. But yes, I know you've been a subscriber for over 10 years now. It doesn't feel like it's been 10 years, but thank you for all your support. I appreciate it. So it is mind-blowing. Definitely mind-blowing. All right, so my first question for you all. And by the way, if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to ask some questions. Ask Brian and Coco questions, ask all of us questions. Just bring on the questions, guys. So my first question for you is, what is your favorite movie, and what's the first memory you have seeing it?
Wow. That's a good one.
Well, you know your
Well, I know I'm trying to think of like my first memory of it though. Do you remember yours?
I mean, my favorite movie is The Breakfast Club. My first favorite memory of it was, I think, buying the VHS at Target. And then I had to get my mom to approve it because it was rated R and I was young. Yeah. And I had to get her to approve the R rating, even though it's not even as bad as some other movies that are rated R. But yeah, so I just came home and watched that like on my I had a 13-inch TV VCR combo, and yep, that was my movie on repeat for the weekend.
Nice. That's a good one. Breakfast Club is definitely like top 30 for me. So I love that. What's your favorite movie, Coco, and do you have a memory with it?
Oh yeah. So my favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. Nice. And that goes back to probably before I can even remember. I still have the VHS that I had when I was a kid. Like I think the first one I had was like the clamshell one. You know, like the Disney ones came in. And it's something my mom showed me when I was a baby. But the first memory I actually have of it was I just remember sitting there in front of our big like boob tube. You know, the ones that were like on a stand with like the glass doors attached.
Yes.
And I just remember being so mesmerized, that scene where she walks out of the house and it's like it goes from like the sepia tone to like the full color, and just being like, what is this? Yeah. What is this sorcery? Like, and then it just had me hooked from there on out. And I feel like it's timeless. You can watch it when you're 3 and then watch it when you're 33, and you take something from it throughout your whole life.
Oh, yeah. And you got to think, oh, by the way, Garrett, Born to Be Rad, is in here. What's up, Garrett?
Oh, hey.
How are you doing? What's going on?
Yes, we subscribed.
Yeah, he's awesome. Garrett is awesome. So, yeah, love his channel. Awesome guy, awesome YouTuber, awesome friend. How are you doing tonight, Garrett? John Steele, how are you?
That's our buddy.
That's our friend that we told you sent us a recent package.
Yeah, he sent me he sent me Food of the Gods and Frogs, which is another rare Screen Factory edition.
Oh, that is so awesome. Well, John, you're awesome.
In our last video, he was like in the unboxing that we did. He was in the very beginning.
I remember that. Yep, I remember that. What's going on, John? Well, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Got a question. Let's see. Is it a question? And if I mispronounce your name, I do apologize. Is it Lucana Books? Again, I'm probably mispronouncing the first name, but
Lunacia Books.
Lunacia Books. Thank you. My favorite is actually not a horror film, but it's Dead Poets Society. My first memory seeing it was watching it in the cinema, and it just hit me so hard in my heart, or in the heart. I have not seen Dead Poets Society, so I have to watch that one. Have you guys seen that? Robin White? Is it Robin White?
I know of it. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never actually seen it.
I will have to check that one out, though.
Yeah.
What's going on, Linton? How are you doing? Apollo says his favorite movie is Rocky IV. Oh, Rocky IV. His favorite movie. Rocky IV is my favorite of definitely the Rocky franchise. So I love Rocky IV.
I like Rocky.
Thank you. Rocky III? I love Rocky III too. So, I don't think there's one in that franchise that I don't like. Like, I even like the least favorite one, which is, for me, Rocky V, but I could still watch that and have a good time with it.
Yeah, they're all good.
I agree. Thank you, John, for subbing. I really appreciate it. And yes, good people here. It says good people. There we go. John says, Justin, what's your favorite franchise of the big 3? Halloween for me. This is a question. I'm going to ask you guys this question. What is your favorite franchise of the big 3? Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on Elm Street for me.
Really?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Why did I think it was Friday the 13th?
I don't know.
How am I just learning this? Because I was going to say Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, that's the one that really had me, like, when I was a kid. Like, that's the one that scared me the most. Which is what
me too.
That makes it a favorite.
That's a tough decision, though.
It is. They're all obviously amazing.
Oh, I agree.
And we've had the luxury of sorry to interrupt you. We've had the luxury of going, and we live in Florida. We go to Halloween Horror Nights. We've never been together. We're gonna go this year, but we've had the luxury of being able to, like, immerse ourselves in the worlds of, like, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. Like, that's like a whole nother level when you can do stuff like it's crazy. I've never done anything like that.
I've not done something like that. I've been to, like, mazes and everything, but I've never done Halloween Universal Horror Nights. I've always wanted to do that.
I would love that.
It's amazing.
I would love to do that.
A couple of years ago, they had a trick-or-treat house, And like, I know you would love that. I'm actually wearing my new trick or treat shirt in honor of our live stream because I know you're a huge fan and I am. I love Sam.
I am too. I'm wearing Witchboard. And are you wearing a Slumber Party Massacre? Because I actually almost wore that.
Yeah.
I actually almost wore that same shirt.
That would have been funny.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been. They would have been like, did you guys plan this? They'd be like, no, we did not plan this. No. Let's see. I'm going through these questions real quick, guys. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. What was it again, Brian? Lunacia,
you said?
Lunacia. Thank you so much. And again, I apologize, my friend. But she asked, what's your favorite non-American horror film?
Oh.
Mine might be, the one that I can think of right now is Wreck or Wreck 2. I love those.
Non-American. We don't watch too many non-American ones. I'm trying to think.
No.
I think Wreck. If you've not seen Wreck, that scared me. Like, Wreck was a creepy movie.
We've never seen Wreck. I've never seen it.
Wreck 2 scared me more. So I think as I'm getting older, I get scared easier with horror movies, but it's okay.
Would Italian be non-American?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That okay. All right. So Suspiria.
Give me some zombie.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, the zombie. You always see that in our video.
Yeah, we got our little zombie back here.
I'm gonna go Suspiria, the zombie. That's such a great one too.
Yeah. The other one that you showed me, the cemetery one.
House by the Cemetery.
House by the Cemetery. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one in a long time. I need to give that a revisit. I loved Suspiria's sequel, Inferno. Dario Argento's Inferno.
I have that on Anchor Bay DVD, I think. I don't have it on Blu-ray though.
I hope that gets a re-release. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
And Stage Fright. Have you ever seen the 1989 slasher giallo film Stage Fright?
Yep.
No.
I love that one. That has such a good creepy atmosphere, and then of course like Demons and Demons 2.
Oh yeah.
All those are really good. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I love them. I love them.
Nothing beats that the scene when the teeth are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I love that. That effect is awesome.
I love wearing the Demons 2 t-shirt to the grocery store and scaring people. They're like, what's that? Are you going to go out of the house? And I'm like, yes, I am actually.
I had to go to a work meeting one day, and I thought I was like off work. I'm like, I don't have to work.
Right.
So I wore a Walking Dead hoodie with like a zombie on it. And where I live, there's not a lot of like too many horror movie fans. And I had a coworker, she's like, well, I can't make it to work. Or I had to cover her shift. And I said, you all realize we open in like 5 minutes and I have a Walking Dead hoodie on. They're like, it's okay. Act like you're promoting it. I was like, okay. I got looks when people came in the door. I said, yep, this is me outside of my work attire.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Going through this. All right. So Born to Be Rad, Garrett said, I've never been to Halloween Horror Nights. Definitely a bucket list. Looks amazing. Did they say Exorcist this year?
Yes, Justin. I was going to tell you that when we were talking about it. So Hollywood just got an announcement yesterday that they're going to do a revamp of The Exorcist because they did it. I believe it was it's been quite a few years, less than 10 years that they did it. And they did it in Hollywood and Orlando, but they just announced Hollywood. And so far, every Hollywood house is matching up with our Orlando houses. So I told him, I'm like, if they have it, there's no way I can go through it. But like, there's no way that I can not go through it. That's my favorite horror movie.
I will push you through
The
it.
Exorcist. Oh.
Yeah, it terrifies me to my core. Like ever since I was little, right up and like I watched the 30-second trailer last night before we went to bed, and I couldn't fall asleep. I was so scared just from watching the trailer for the haunted house. So
my younger sister Christina, she was she saw it her first time she saw it. She said, "I'm never watching this movie again."
Oh my.
And she was young, and I said, "It's that scary, huh?" And my mom saw it in theaters and said she had to go to the hospital afterwards. I'm like, this must be like terrifying.
Really?
Yeah, I think
No.
she saw it. I don't know if she saw it when it first came out or if it was a re-release when she was a kid, but she was terrified. Like,
Wow.
and I had not seen it. I did not see it till I was 20 because I'm like, okay, everybody's saying this movie is scary. So
Yeah.
when I first saw it, I was like, this is creepy. That is a creepy movie.
Did you ever see it in theaters? I know they did. They did.
I did not.
I
Did
actually
you?
did. Yeah, one of the anniversaries I went, and I was like, why did I do that? It was amazing.
Well, I do that too. I will. I was like that with Pet Sematary, like the original film. I was terrified as a kid with Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
And I used to tell myself, I'm never seeing this movie again. I'm never gonna watch it again. Zelda freaked me out. She still gives me goosebumps today.
Yeah.
But now it's one of my favorites, and I'm like, okay, Justin, you said as when you were younger you would never see this movie again. And if I watch it by myself, I get freaked out. So I had to sometimes skip the Zelda scenes because she'll be in my head by the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But I would like to see The Exorcist if they ever re-release it in theaters. That would be really cool.
Definitely.
Thank you, John. He says Witchboard, nice. Thank you, John. Matt asks, what's your all's favorite Italian horror movie? I'm going Suspiria. Suspiria.
That probably will be my favorite after I watch it.
I'm going Suspiria.
But I think we said, right?
Well, I mean, I guess I like Phenomena a lot too.
Ooh, that's good.
But does that count, even though it's Jennifer Connelly and Donald Pleasance in there?
I think so. Yes, I think so. Apollo says Coco. It is a true crew member. Let's see. Is it true a crew member killed himself during the filming of The Wizard of Oz, or is that a legend?
I've heard both. That
both.
it's a legend and that it is a thing. Brian actually, was it for my birthday or Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I think Valentine's Day.
He bought me the VHS that allegedly has the hanging scene of the. I think that's probably what he's referring to. Of
one of the munchkins.
And it's hard. It's debatable. It's just for me, it's one of those things like I wasn't there, so I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of speculation, and I never say one way or the other.
Yeah.
So Jill just mentioned this, or she mentioned it when we were talking about favorite non-American horror movies. Mm-hmm. She said Canada counts. So yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, Canadian horror movies, they can count. So My Bloody Valentine and Black Christmas are two that she mentioned.
Oh yes,
love them both. Thank you, Jill, for that. Thank you.
Yeah. I showed her Black Christmas last Christmas, and she loved that one.
Black Christmas had me like you were talking about sitting by the windows. I'm like we have this sliding glass door behind our couch where we watch our movies, and I was like freaked out. Like that one totally had my skin crawling.
The telephone when Billy calls always gets me. Like that always creeps me out.
Exactly.
What your mother and I must know is, and I'm like, I can't do it. Can't do it. All right, let's see. Trying to think. Ryan, go watch Color Out of Space. I have. Yes, and there is a Zelda type scene in that movie. Zelda type scene. Have you ever seen Color Out of Space?
Yes.
With Nicolas Cage? Yeah. I know what you're talking about, John. I know what you're talking about. Scatterbrain, did you guys see Amazon's new I Know You Did Last Summer TV series is coming in October? I just heard about that. So I'll be I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to turn out.
Yeah.
All right. So if I missed any questions, guys, please feel free to retype the questions in the comments because we want to answer your guys' questions. You guys are awesome. So thank you guys again for stopping in and with all your comments and everything. That is awesome.
Definitely. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Oh no.
All right.
Sorry.
So I think we already talked about this. Favorite horror movie, though. So I talked about your favorite movie, but what would be your favorite horror movie?
Well, I know mine, The Exorcist.
I know mine, and I don't even own it on any format anymore. Dead Alive.
Oh yes, that's a great one too. I hope they re-release that. I know there's talks of Peter Jackson wanting to release it on 4K. I don't know. I'm not going to quote him, but I was hearing the rumors he wants to re-release his original movies sometime on 4K.
I love Bad Taste too.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that is good. All right, so here we go. Next question for me. Let's see. Hey Jennifer, how are ya? She says, bring back Family Video. I wish, Jennifer, I wish I could bring back Family Video. That's where I worked before. We literally closed down like right before the pandemic and everything. So Family Video. I wish we could, Jennifer. I miss it. John still says, favorite Italian is probably Suspiria or Demons. Two great ones, John.
Yeah.
And favorite American horror film is Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I love that one. Dream Warriors. All right. So my next question for you is, what was your first theatrical experience that you can remember?
You got it? You know?
No, I'm trying to think. I think mine was Beauty and the Beast.
Mine was Batman Returns.
Nice. Mine, from what I can remember, I remember seeing Addams Family Values.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I see? I think I saw Home Alone 2. I think it was Home Alone 2 that I saw. But great answers there. Great answers there. So, okay, so going into theater experiences, what are some of your favorite theater experiences? Anything that you can think of. What are some of your favorite theater experiences?
Well, a funny one whenever I worked at the mall, I would get these free movie passes. You know, those kind of like GoFobo or whatever, you know, those kind of passes where you can see the screenings a week or two before the movie came out. And it was Bad Santa was the movie coming out. And I just remember I was sitting in the theater, and the usher comes up to the front and warns us that it's not a kid's Santa movie, and that it's a lot of foul language, and if anybody wants their ticket refunded or to see another movie that they could. I thought that was just the funniest thing. And then I ended up like wanting to see the movie even more sitting in there. I was like, it's going to be awesome. And it was. I love that movie.
That's such a great one. That is a great one. That's a great movie. What about you, Coco? Do you remember, like, you have a favorite theatrical experience?
I would say, and this is kind of just going back to The Wizard of Oz, because why not? When they had the 70th anniversary, it came in theaters in IMAX, and it was like it came full circle because I was able to go see it with my mom, and that was just amazing. Just seeing it on the big screen was amazing, and being able to see it with my mom, you know, like we had all the laughs, all the tears, like it was just amazing. But the coolest part about it for me was this older man, this senior citizen man, was sitting like a few seats away from us, and he was crying by the end. And you know, the lights come up, and usually you don't like talk to people after the movie, but we ended up talking to him, and he said, I remember seeing this when it first came out. And it was just amazing hearing him say that. And we were just talking to him about it. And he was all by himself. So, like, it was really cool just being able to, like, talk to him about the experience and it being one of my favorite movies. I was like, wow, like, that's so cool.
That was so awesome.
Awesome.
So awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great memory right there.
Yep.
I love stuff like that. And like, just seeing your favorite movies, like when they re-release them in theaters, that's like amazing. Like, it's just awesome. It's a whole different experience. I mean, you could see these movies so many times, but when you see something like your favorite movie on the big screen, I mean, that's just magical.
Yeah.
Magical stuff.
Definitely.
I remember when I saw when I saw Midsommar in theaters, after the movie was over with, there was one person sitting next to me, and he turns to me and goes, "Wasn't that movie awful?" The movie was over, and I was like, "Yeah." No, I love the movie actually.
Right.
I do too. I love it. I really enjoyed it when I first saw it. There were moments in that movie though when I sat in the theater. I'm like, there were like people in the theater who do you ever go to movies sometimes and like you'll see somebody walk in and you're like, are they seeing the right movie? Because I don't know what they're in for.
Yeah.
That was like that with Midsommar. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I was like, I wonder what the reactions are going to be like when people walk out of the theater with that movie.
And there's a couple scenes towards the end that are pretty uncomfortable to watch with a group of people too.
Yeah. I was like, I kept looking around. I was like, is anybody going to get up at one point and just walk out of the theater?
That just reminded me of my Hostel movie experience. I've never walked out of a movie ever, except for Hostel. I was a teenager. I was young. I mean, I've built up to gore, like really, like just being with Brian, like I've really built up a tolerance for it. Before him, I didn't even really watch too much. Now I can like pretty much watch anything.
She says she doesn't like Hostel, but I think you need to revisit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, I walked out of it. I was like, this is disgusting. I hate this. Like, but I was a teenager, you know, like.
It's a fun movie.
I get you. I don't know if I almost walked out of the RoboCop remake. I turned to a friend of mine and I was like, do you really want to sit here and watch this? And she's like, we paid $15 each. We're going to sit here and watch this movie. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, no.
And then Scary Movie 5. My sister really wanted to see that movie. Shout out to Amy if she's watching this. I love you, Amy. But we saw Scary Movie 5. And she really wanted to see that movie. And I remember like sitting there watching it. And I'm like, oh, I said, this is not good. And she turned to me. She said, do you want to leave? I said, no, because she didn't like it either. I said, first of all, we have no ride. Second of all, we are going to sit here and watch Scary Movie 5.
I like the first 3, but after that, it's kind of bad.
I rewatched the first 2 movies. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Blu-ray. And I remember, because it's been a long time, I remember really enjoying 3. And 4 is like a blur, so I need to go back and rewatch them. So
yeah.
Jill asks, how old are you guys? So
I'm 32.
And I just turned 36.
Awesome. And I'm going to be 33 in October. So.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Hocus Pocus is something I saw in theaters when it first came out.
I love that.
And I was working again at Family Video, and I had a customer come in, and it was October season. So Hocus Pocus we can never keep in the video store. And she rented the movie, and I said, oh, I saw that movie in theaters. And she looked at me, and she said, you must be really old. And this was somebody who... I said, what? I said, no, I am not that old. I am beautiful and fabulous, and I saw Hocus Pocus in theaters. So... she said, 80s babies unite. Yes, Jill, 80s babies unite.
I think she asked a question. What is your favorite grocery store slasher movie besides Intruder? Do you have a favorite?
That was Matt, and I do apologize, Matt. I didn't mean to miss your question. I can only think Intruder.
Like, I can't think of many more.
Does Zombieland count? Grocery store. That's all. Like that's what's going in my mind.
That's a good one. I didn't think about that.
I know. But I mean, there's some slashing.
Yeah, there was that. I don't know if you've seen Street Trash, but that watermelon scene in the grocery store. There's a scene where like hobo tries to steal a watermelon inside of a grocery store.
I said, oh yeah, but I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's funny.
I haven't seen that one. I will have to watch that.
You'd like it. You love the gore effects. It's all neon colored, and they melt from drinking this liquor. It's cool.
Love that. Jill has a question. Do you have an Instagram page where you post your collection? So, I was actually going to leave your guys' Instagram pages down below if you'd like me to.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yep. So they do have Instagram pages. And I will leave all that down below at the end of the video. But Brian, is it Brian Goes Blue? Is that your?
Yeah, Brian Goes Blue with no spaces.
Okay. And then Coco, what's your Instagram page? Just so she can.
Mine's Coco Douche.
Okay.
As they like to say. It's always a shock when I say it out loud, but it's because my last name is that. It's not.
It's okay. It's okay. I had an email address, my first email address. I used to hate having to go to stores and they'd be, do you want to sign up for our email membership? And I'm like, I really don't want to give you my email name.
We were just talking about that.
Yep.
Mine was well, I had a few, but one that was always embarrassing to say when I became an adult was Lil Mermaid at hotmail.com.
Mine was, and my friend made this because we tried to get me a Yahoo account, and so she kept typing in different emails for me. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you all this because I love you all. I'm going to be open. I'm going to go deep. I'm just kidding. Mine was Crazy Sexy Boy with underscores all around there.
Was it boy with Y or I?
I with an I.
How did I know that?
With an I. But every time, before I got my Gmail, I had that Yahoo email. And every time I went to American Eagle once, and she's like, "Do you want to sign up with your email?" I said, "Sure." And I gave it to her, and she chuckled. I said, "I know. All right.
Ooh. John said initiation in the department store.
The initiation?
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's what he said.
There we go. Initiation, Matt. That's one of my favorites. So, have you seen the Cold Prey trilogy? I've only seen the first two. I didn't know there was a third one. Have you all seen them?
Cold Prey? No.
Mm-hmm. They're good. They're really good. I didn't know there was a third one, so I will have to look that up. Does The Mist count? Scatterbrain says, as a grocery store one, does The Mist count? The movie The Mist?
I see. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Me too. I didn't even think about that. So, yeah. My Bloody Valentine 3D. Jill just mentioned that one. Yes, My Bloody Valentine 3D. So, very cool. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I didn't even think of... The only, when I think of slasher films that take place in a grocery store, the one I automatically think of is Intruder. So, I don't think of any of these others, but thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, and Jill says street trash is hilarious. So I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, you'd like that.
Mid-level media says, "What's up?" He said, "Coco and Brian are awesome. You're awesome, buddy. Yes. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Going through these questions, guys. Let's see. Apollo, guys. When do you believe physical media will sadly come to an end? I think it's going to be here forever. That's my thing. I just want it to be here forever.
They've talked about it ending for the last 20 years, so I think it's going to be a while longer.
I remember 10 years ago, there was a news headline that DVDs were going to go, they were going to be gone. This was 2010, and every time I go to a store, most of the time, I'm seeing more DVDs than Blu-rays.
You read my mind. I was going to say the same thing. There's those huge DVD drop-ins wherever you go. There's still such a huge demographic for that. Even not in the, as we consider ourselves in the movie community, people still buy DVDs for their kids and for the families and for road trips, because do they make portable Blu-ray play? I mean, I remember I had a portable DVD player for the car. They probably have cars now where you can just pop a Blu-ray in. I don't know. And most people use digital, but hopefully never. I'll say never.
Same here. I'm going to say never. And Apollo's or Scatterbrain says, hopefully in the year 2345, Apollo. There we go. 2345.
We have a special guest that we'd like to introduce.
Please do.
This is Diva.
Hi, Diva. Oh. Hello, Diva.
She's our 13-year-old Maltese.
Oh, she's hanging in the movie room with you guys. That's so awesome.
Her bed is literally under the desk in front of us.
Hello, Diva. Oh.
She loves watching movies with us. When we watch horror movies, her ears perk up when there's like loud scenes.
I love that.
Her dad.
I love that. Oh, we're seeing some love for Diva. Seeing some love.
You.
All right. Mid-Level Media. Here's a question from him. What new upcoming Blu-ray or 4K releases are you guys most excited for? I think for me, I'm going to say Halloween the 4Ks. That's just an obvious one, but there's so many others out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's so many coming out. Who was it?
Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker is getting a re-release with the slip.
Love it. Love that movie. That's a good one.
I don't have that yet, so I'm gonna grab that.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. What's the company? Is it Kino Lumbar? They're releasing a lot of like MGM titles on 4K. Like Misery's getting one.
Yeah.
They just announced Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Scatterbrains, Alone in the Dark. I pre-ordered that one too. I'm looking forward to getting that one finally on Blu-ray.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so many great ones coming out. I mean, it's so awesome within this past year, since we didn't have a lot of movies come out in theaters, that studios were and are still releasing a lot of like older movies on Blu-ray for the first time, but also 4K.
Right.
And like huge shout out to Paramount, because Paramount's been releasing like a lot of movies that never had Blu-ray releases before. So I really like Some Kind of Wonderful, John Hughes movie.
Oh yeah,
one of my all-time favorites, and that one just got a Blu-ray. So
one of my favorites too.
I love that movie. I can quote that movie, and some people don't understand what movie I'm talking about when I quote it. And I'm like, it's Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh.
All right. Mid-Level Media he had another question. If you can only keep 5 Scream Factories in your collection, what would they be?
Ooh.
Well, definitely The Burning.
Yeah. Trick or Treat.
Black Christmas.
Yep.
Are
you going for favorites or like out of print?
I'm going for favorites.
Yeah.
Favorites, yes.
They Live.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Sleepaway Camp.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think that's 4. I think probably Night of the Comet.
Well, That's a
really good one.
For you?
Trick or Treat. No, we can do separate 5s.
I'm gonna go. You what?
We're very similar in what we like, so.
Awesome.
You go ahead. You can say your favorite.
I'm gonna go. The first one is The Burning. That's the one I thought of right away. Like The Burning. Black Christmas. I gotta go with John Carpenter's The Fog. I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that. This is a tough question. Thank you, Mid-Level Media.
We have so many behind us that we're like.
Yeah,
I know. I'm the same way. Okay, I'm gonna go with, because I have them, Poltergeist 2 and 3 on Blu-ray. There we go. There's my 5. I could probably pick a lot more. So that was a good question.
We could do that like a top 30 of those.
I know. All right. So As Told, and hopefully I pronounce this right, As Told by Gonzo. Hello. Glad I can catch a live stream. Well, thank you. Big fan of all of you. Take care and have a good weekend. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right. Let's see. It's coming up 3 a.m. here in Norway. I have to try to get some sleep. And since some of you are able to pronounce my handle or my name, have you look at the last videos on my channel. Well, I do apologize. I'm bad with the names in general. So but I love your channel though. I've been following her for a long time. So, but have a good night. Thank you for coming in. So thank you for being a supporter for such a long time. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Some more puppy love. They love Diva.
Oh.
Scatterbrain. Are you guys region free? Ooh, and this was actually a question I had, so this is a good one. Favorite boutique label?
Yeah, we're region free. Actually, our 4K player that has a region free hack on it.
Oh, nice.
When you put in a B movie, you just press the top menu button and it plays it. So pretty cool. Panasonic.
I'm also region free as well. I just got a LG region free Blu-ray player.
So. Oh yeah, I remember that video. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I got it just because I had that Dawn of the Dead 4K set, and in order to watch the bonus features, it was region locked, the Blu-ray. And so I'm like, I really want to watch these bonus features. So this is an excuse to finally get a region-free Blu-ray player. But favorite boutique label? What is your favorite boutique labels, or your favorite one?
Probably Shout Factory. Shout and Scream are the same thing for me. So
I would agree.
The most titles of them.
I'm gonna say not Vinegar Syndrome, but same way, Scream Factory and Shout Factory. But John still just mentioned Vinegar Syndrome. That is a close second for me.
Oh yeah, definitely. We watch a lot of both of those.
Yeah.
We've been diving into the Vinegar Syndrome a lot lately.
Well, yeah, I got
John's favorite. One of his favorite movies is Spookies, and he got both editions of that. So
nice, John. Nice. I love Vinegar Syndrome and Scream Factory does it too, and Arrow as well. But I love the fact that like Vinegar Syndrome, they tend to release a lot of obscure stuff, and that's what I love about it. Like you can, like Vinegar Syndrome is known for releasing a lot of obscure titles, which is awesome. So
it just got me to double dip on a title. I mean, we're subscribers of the Vinegar Syndrome monthly, the yearly subscription thing. And so now I have The Lamp twice in my collection.
Oh, I need to get that one. That's what I need to get.
It's supposed to come tomorrow or Monday, I think. But yeah, it's coming in the mail.
What's the other title of that movie called? The Outing.
Because I have that 2-pack. Yeah, The Outing and Godsend 2-pack double feature.
I'll have to get The Lamp. I didn't know that was The Outing, so I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's one of their July releases of the month. It's a really cool slip too on Vinegar Syndrome.
I love their slip covers. Witch Trap was like one of my favorites that they released, just because I remember Witch Trap for some reason as a kid. I watched it with Witchboard, and for the longest time I thought no one's ever going to release Witch Trap, and then Vinegar Syndrome did, and I'm like, yes, I love that. So. And then, what was another great one? Oh, that Animeville collection.
Oh, yeah.
With, I love that one. I love that. And then Arrow's great. Vestron Video's great. They just released The Wraith. How's it pronounced? Again, Justin's bad at pronouncing things.
The Wraith.
The Wraith.
There we go. Thank you. But I love that movie. Have you guys seen that one?
I've seen it. She hasn't seen it yet.
We just got it.
Yep.
It's a great 80s gem right there. You're gonna love it, Coco. So all right. So question for me. So if you're rather it's the movie theater or sitting at home, what is your favorite movie snack? Like if you have to have a snack during a movie watch, what would it be? Or like your favorite ones?
Like a candy or just a snack in general?
Popcorn, candy, whatever it may be. What's that snack that you guys can think of when you're watching a movie?
My perfect combo at the theater is popcorn with a blue raspberry icy or slushy, and probably M&Ms. Get that good salty chocolate or chocolate chip cookie dough bites.
Those are great. I love the chocolate chip cookie dough bites.
Yeah, I can't go without popcorn.
Same here.
Popcorn and just a classic Coca-Cola and Goobers. I love Goobers.
Ooh, have I had Goobers before? If I haven't, I'm gonna have to try some. I don't know if I've had a Goober before.
Just think of like Raisinets, but instead of the raisins, it's just peanuts.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna have to try those.
I love Sour Patch Kids too.
Yes, I love Sour Patch Kids. I can eat those all the time if I could. I have like a big bag over there on the other side. I have a huge Sour Patch Kid like standee from when Family Video closed. So I'll have to send you guys a picture of it.
Yes.
Yeah. They wanted to throw him out because no one bought him. And I'm like, no, I'm taking him.
What were you going to say?
I'm taking that guy.
I was going to say, you like the tropical
Yeah.
Skittles, and I like the plain ones. It's funny because you always say that. And
Yeah,
like,
go eat some Skittles
so much. I love them. What's your favorite flavor? I'm curious.
My favorite flavor?
Yeah.
I love the berry Skittles. Those are my favorite.
Oh, okay.
The wild berry, the purple ones.
You what?
The purple ones?
Oh yeah, the purple ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But I can pretty much enjoy any Skittle. I didn't like the ones when they tried to do like chocolate and vanilla. I was not a fan of that.
Oh,
but...
Yeah, I didn't like the smoothie ones.
Oh, I didn't like those either. I'm sorry. I'm a Skittle fan, but I am not a smoothie fan of the Skittles. So I like the sour ones. Those are good. And then the tropical ones are good too.
Yeah.
So big fan of those. But yes, go eat some Skittles, everybody.
Of course.
Scatterbrain said popcorn, Reese's Pieces, and cookie dough bites, and a big icy. Yes.
Yes.
There we go. And I'm also an icy fan, so when I go to the movies, I have to get an icy. So it's either blue raspberry or Coca-Cola. So and then John Steele said snow caps. Nice. Nice. All right, so we're going into physical media now. I got some questions for you.
Okay.
How did you get started collecting physical media?
Ever since like the Blockbuster Hollywood Video Movie Gallery days, I would collect previously viewed VHS tapes, and then I used to, get blank tapes and record like 3 or 4 movies on a tape. I used to connect 2 VCRs together and record one, play one, and record it on the other one when I would rent movies. Shh, don't tell anybody. Some of those VCRs used to have copyright on them to where the colors would be all weird, but I wouldn't do that. Shoot, I don't know. And then when DVD came out, I just started grabbing some of those. I bought DVDs before I even had a player. I had my dad's Gateway PC had a DVD ROM drive, and I would watch DVD on the computer instead of on a TV screen. So that was different. And I remember back when DVDs came out, it was like the DVD ROM content and everything that they had back then. It was so cool to me. And the fact that I didn't have to rewind a tape anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I know. By the way, Triple Feature, he's joking when he says this, but FBI has been contacted. Sam? No, Sam. No.
That's funny.
I burned them all. I don't have any more. But yeah, I've been slowly collecting pretty much since my youth, but within the last 10 years, I've been getting pretty big into it. I had a lot of DVDs for a while, but I slowed down and then collected vinyl for a while, which I have a pretty big vinyl collection too. Yeah, or probably a few hundred.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, they're in the room tour too. We go out to the living room and there's a little pan view of the vinyl collection.
Somebody mentioned, and I do apologize if I forgot the name, but somebody mentioned vinyl in the comments, and I think it was when we talked about when do we think physical media was going to end, and we talked about how DVDs were still around and vinyls are coming back. Like vinyls are huge now, which I think is awesome. So again, I don't think physical media is going to end. I think it's going to live forever and ever. So
I've slowed down with the vinyl, but like every now and then if I like an album a lot, I'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I don't have any vinyls, but I will have to. I'm thinking about starting collecting them. So
yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure you would probably start with the Waxwork Records ones.
I probably would. But what were you gonna say, Coco? You were gonna say something.
I was just gonna say, I think my love for physical media started. I mean, when I met him, I kind of thought, wow, like this guy's got a huge collection of movies. I've never seen anything like this before. But then, kind of looking at myself, like I thought, like I don't have half the stuff that he does. But back in my childhood, I did the same thing as him, like going to the video store and renting. I loved recording like the TV with like VCR tapes. My family jokes with me, I used to record Deep Blue Sea like on multiple tapes, on multiple blank tapes, just to make sure that I always had a backup copy because I loved it so much. And then I think what got me, when we met, I still have a huge collection, way bigger collection of DVDs than I did Blu-rays. But what got me into the Blu-ray collecting was Disney Movie Club.
Ooh, nice.
Obsessed with doing that, and everybody's like, "Why are you getting so many Disney movies? Like, you're an adult." And I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna have kids someday, and I want them to have like a good collection." And of course, I love these movies too. And then I met him, and he was also a member. So like now, our whole thing just merged, and everything's perfect.
Yeah,
it looks amazing though. Like,
I
think like. You're welcome. Well, it's like I love watching your videos in general, but when I see your guys' collection in the background, like right now, I just absolutely love it. So
yeah, we got to do a couple of videos of just like each shelf or something.
Shout out to my dad. He really worked hard getting these shelves like built and mounted, and really helped us out putting them up. So we're really lucky.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, I was gonna mention, like, when it comes to collecting and like this community, I mean, we have an amazing community of collectors. And, Scatterbrains mentions this, and I'll pull it up in a second. But, when it comes to physical media and when it comes to collecting, the community we have is wonderful. I mean, there's so many people on YouTube. And, I remember when I started making videos in like 08, I think late 08, it was a smaller community, but we still had a great community. And I look back then and I look back now, and it's like, I just love how this community has grown so much. And we always help each other when it comes to, Blu-ray releases, DVD releases, 4K releases. It's just an amazing community, and friendships are built. Like I consider you guys awesome friends. And so
you do too.
Yeah.
I just, once again, I appreciate you guys coming on here. So just thank you again. Thank you. So, but yeah, wonderful community. Shout out to you all who are watching, rather in the live chat or later on. Just know that you guys are amazing. So, but Scatterbrain, let's see. I'm going to pull up his comment. As far as physical media goes, he says, I think it might slow down in stores like Best Buy and Walmart, but I think boutique labels are white hot at the moment.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yep.
It's sad that like at one point Best Buy, and I still love Best Buy because you get like the steel books or certain editions will come out. But it's sad because at one point Best Buy had aisles and aisles of movies.
Yeah.
And now you go to a Best Buy and it's like, at least mine is like a row and a half, pretty much.
Yeah.
If you don't count the new movies, it's like a row and a half.
Yeah.
Of just movies, and it's pretty much gone. And it's kind of sad when I go in there and I look at it, because I mean, I love ordering online, but I don't know about you guys, but it's so much fun to be able to walk in a store and look through movies, or any type of store. I love going at stores and looking at movies.
Yeah, we did that in our free time. We just went to Big Lots and we scored big on a lot of movies. We're gonna do a video on that pretty soon. But yeah, we definitely love doing stuff like that, and it's sad to think that it would go away.
I know it will never go away for us as far as physical media goes. But yeah, like Best Buy, Walmart's doing it slowly. I think for me, I think Walmart's probably still out of like Walmart, Target, and Best Buy, I think Walmart is still the one that has the most physical media. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, they do.
I mean,
yeah, sure.
I think Walmart is still, and again, I think Walmart still has a lot more DVDs and Blu-rays still. So you see a lot more there. So, okay. So, talking physical media, my question for both of you guys is, what was the first DVD that you can remember that you bought? Going back to the DVD days where you didn't have to rewind anything.
I think for me, I'm a huge Nicholas Sparks fan. I have a lot of those on DVD. Going back to the old snapper cases or snappas, as some of our YouTube friends, Joe and Marie. I think mine might have been A Walk to Remember. I think
that's such a great one.
I think that was probably it probably isn't, but it's the one that I remember like buying and was probably one of the first ones.
Yeah.
What about you?
It was actually the Final Destination, the original.
Nice.
There was a snapper case too.
Oh, I will say, gotta love the snapper cases. But I love the nostalgia of snapper cases.
Right.
But I don't know. I think I still have my Valentine snapper case DVD, so I think I'm gonna keep on to that or keep a hold of it because that was like one of the first DVDs I ever bought was Valentine snapper case. What?
That's a cool cover.
It is a really cool cover. Triple feature. Let's see. He says, I'm pretty sure I see Midsummer up there on the shelf. Yeah, this is your Midsummer right there. So
4K.
Have you watched that 4K yet? Because I bought it recently. I still have yet to watch it.
Oh, we actually have a story behind that too. I was well, it's kind of a crappy story. So we got to watch Midsommar, and she's never seen it before, and I watched it twice in theaters. I watched it the first time theatrical cut, and then the second time they had a weekend where they came out with the extended cut in theaters for like just 2 or 3 days.
So
I got to see both versions in theaters, so I knew what the unrated cut was, and that's the extended cut, the 30-minute longer one.
Yeah.
And so when I got that, it had been sitting on the shelf for a while. We tried to find time to watch a 3-hour movie because you can watch an hour and a half movie like any night, but you gotta plan the event for a 3-hour or so movie. So when we put it in, like the first like 20-30 minutes, there's like a couple scenes that skip, and I was pissed. I was like, so it kind of jumped around a little bit, but then we got to where we watched pretty much the whole movie together, and not much was really like taken away from it.
Right.
But after the movie, I got a little stick up my butt, and I wanted to contact A24 about it, and then I emailed them, and like within 15 minutes, they emailed me back saying we're so sorry, and they sent me a replacement disc like immediately. Like within a week, I got this replacement disc, so it was like really great customer service on their part.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, there was a pretty good scratch on the 4K. Ooh. I think it was just in distribution or something when they made it. Yeah. But the new disc works fine. I tested it out, and I don't know.
I've yet to watch the unrated cut on 4K, so I'm gonna watch it soon. But like you said, you really gotta plan an event to watch a 3-hour movie. So I have to make a day of it. But Scatterbrain, his first DVD, he says TMC 03, the collector's edition with the Leatherface red tin sign, was his first DVD that he bought. That was that one. Do you remember the DVD that like folded out and it was like a 2-disc and it was like the shape, the image would be a saw? Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. That was really cool.
I used to have that. I don't think I have it anymore though.
I used to have it too. Back when Walmart like had like a great Halloween selection, and I remember coming across that, I'm like, ooh, $10, it's mine. So
I still need to buy the remake on Blu-ray.
Oh, it's good transfer, really good transfer. So
we found the Amityville Horror remake on Blu-ray for $1 at the Dollar Tree a few months ago.
That's a great remake, and that's a good Blu-ray too. So I think that's an underrated remake. I like that one a lot.
I was surprised to see it for $1. It was, well,
for $1, you can't beat it. So you cannot beat it for $1. Well, so my next question for you is: so you had your first DVDs that you bought. Do you remember the first Blu-ray that you bought?
That's a little harder of a question, actually, even though it's more recent.
I know. Most of my Blu-rays, we had a lot of duplicates, so it's hard for me to remember. I'm trying to think. Mine was probably a Disney one. One of my Disneys.
Mine was probably something stupid. I don't know. Maybe American Pie might have been one. I know it's one of my first ones.
Yeah.
Or Cabin Fever.
Ooh. I have that one. That's a good one.
Honestly, mine might have been one of the Disney Movie Club ones. I think Cinderella was like the first one that I grabbed from the DMC.
I think mine, because I was thinking about that as you guys were thinking about it. What is it? District 9, I think, was one of the first Blu-rays I had. Mm-hmm. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Oh my gosh! How did I not think of that? That's definitely was my first Blu-ray purchase.
Was it really?
The question I was going to ask you. You saw our video, like you.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Harry Potter collector.
I know.
But yeah, now that I think about it, that was probably my first DVD. Now that I'm thinking about it, and Blu-ray purchase. How could I not think of that? I wasn't thinking Harry Potter. I'm like in this like horror state of mind.
Well, speaking Harry Potter, I loved your Harry Potter collection. I thought that was awesome. What is your favorite Harry Potter movie? Both of you. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Mine is definitely Prisoner of Azkaban.
Mine's Goblet of Fire. Which
is funny because Goblet of Fire was my favorite book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that one was definitely my favorite book. I don't know if it was just because of the time that I read it, or I was like traveling and read it on an airplane, so I was kind of like not in my normal realm. But just that story, reading it. I mean, he hasn't read the books.
No, I haven't.
Have you read the books, Justin?
I have. I love them.
You know how much deeper it goes, like in every one.
Yes.
But yeah, I love the whole time turner thing and just like everything they did with Prisoner of Azkaban. So
love that. My favorite movie always goes back and forth between Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
I think I pronounced that wrong. So Justin can't talk sometimes. Justin's tongue twisters. But yeah, they always go back and forth between those two. I love both those movies.
Yeah.
Those were some of my favorite theatrical experiences. We're always going to see a new Harry Potter movie.
Yes.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Let's see. Scatterbrain, he says Justin only likes the remake of Amityville because of Ryan Reynolds chopping wood. I'm like, no, I love the movie. Ryan Reynolds is just a plus there. So I do. Scatterbrain, he has a question though. Was it difficult for you guys jumping from DVD to Blu-ray at first? How about you guys?
That's a good question.
I'll say yes. I remember when I first found out about Blu-rays, I mean, obviously, we've said I wasn't as big into collecting as Brian was initially. Definitely not how I am now. But I remember seeing a Blu-ray for the first time in the store and seeing $30, and I was like, $30 for a movie? That's great. I'll never own Blu-rays. Like, no way. Like, that's just like a new fad. It'll go away, whatever. I was like really like protective of DVDs at the time because I'd collected so many. I didn't want a new format to come out to have to collect, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I was like really hesitant. I was like, moving forward, I'll buy Blu-rays, but only of movies that I don't already have. You know,
if you only knew.
Yeah, right. I know.
And now I'm like, I don't want anything on DVD anymore if it's on Blu-ray. But
right.
But if going backwards in time, there was a story that I have from actually from like buying movies online from, you could buy on Movie Gallery like their website, you can buy previewed VHS tapes back in the day. And I remember I bought like this silly movie called Love Stinks. I don't know if you heard of it, with French Stewart and Bridget Wilson Sampras.
I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
Silly movie, anyways. My mom and I love it, but anyways, I ordered it on VHS and they sent me the DVD. I sent back the DVD because I wanted the VHS because I thought that it was going to be the better format was VHS. and I still regretted that to this day.
That's funny.
I think for me it was, I would say it was especially with Disney movies. I think Disney movies are a big thing for me because I think when I started really collecting movies like on my own, it was DVD, but my mom had a whole bunch of VHS tapes, and we would go to the video stores and buy the previously used or previously viewed VHS tapes.
Right.
So my mom had a huge collection. And so, we jumped to DVD. And his question's DVD to Blu-ray, but we were talking about VHS tapes. Jumping from DVD to Blu-ray, it was difficult just because, you guys had mentioned this. It was like, Brian, you mentioned that it was, I'm just going to buy new movies on Blu-ray. I have the DVDs. I'm fine with those. But eventually we all kind of converted over to Blu-rays and Blu-rays is better than DVD. So, I mean, you look back on it now, but when you first started collecting, it was difficult. It was difficult. So, if that makes sense, Justin rambles sometimes.
Okay, we do too. Going back to Harry Potter, do you know what house you are?
I'm gonna say Gryffindor. I've always been more of a Gryffindor. How about you?
Me too.
Gryffindor. Brian, what about you?
My first Pottermore test, I was Hufflepuff, and I know I'm like a Hufflepuff at heart, but Gryffindor all the way. And then it's funny, one late night, Coco pulled out the computer.
Was I drunk that night?
I don't know. You were like kind of distracted or whatever, and I'm like asking him the questions, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't know this or that," and he's like answering them just like whatever. And he's a Slytherin.
No, Brian, you're a Slytherin.
House divided. I don't think he really is. I was like, "You're definitely a Hufflepuff." Like, there's no doubt in my mind. But I don't know.
I'll have to take the test again.
Yeah, he's gonna have to like sit down and do it on his own.
Please do so and give me an update. You cannot be a Slytherin. You cannot be one. But yes, I'm a Gryffindor, definitely.
That's Gryffindor. Awesome. I love that.
Gryffindor. I was gonna mention like DVD to Blu-ray real quick. There are still movies though. Obviously I still appreciate DVD. We all do because it's part of our the collectors in us. But there are still movies that have yet to get DVD to Blu-ray releases. Like I think True Lies and I think The Abyss. Yep. Those are like my top two that I can think of.
Like The Wraith. I had that on DVD like forever. Yes. And it finally just...
Which is awesome. Which I'm so happy a movie like that can get a Blu-ray release. Because as collectors we think, oh, that movie's never gonna get like a Blu-ray release. Like, and sometimes they don't even have DVD releases. They just jump to Blu-ray. So it's amazing when these movies finally get the treatment that they deserve. So I still have fingers crossed for True Lies and The Abyss. I think those are two great movies.
They'll come eventually, but everybody knows.
They do. So let's see. I got some other questions here. We already answered them. So favorite boutique label. If you can only keep... Okay, so I think we talked Scream Factory, but since you have an awesome collection behind you and just a collection full of movies, if you had to like just say had to get rid of everything except for 5 movies, and you both can pick 5 movies, what movies would you keep? You can only pick 5 items. 5 movies, 5 items. What would they be?
This is one of those questions that could change from day to day.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
What's going on, Nick? My awesome co-host from Haddonfield High alumni, Nick, the Lost River Drive-In. How are you doing, buddy?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Nick.
All right. So it's hard for me because I can't keep all the Harry Potters. Well, I could. I have this awesome wizard box set that technically is one thing.
You can do that. Yes, you can do that.
All right, so that's my one. So I could keep all the Harry Potters. Beauty and the Beast. That's my favorite Disney.
Mm.
What else? Trick or Treat. I would say Sleepless in Seattle. It's like one of my favorites. And I'm going to be a total girl and say The Notebook.
I love The Notebook.
It just has my heart. I can't imagine not having it.
I know, that's a good... Oh, I love The Notebook.
Well, I'll probably have to go with Gremlins.
Yes.
Breakfast Club, of course.
Of course.
Howard the Duck, one of my childhood favorites.
I love that. Love Howard the Duck.
Reanimator is up there, one of my favorite.
Oh, that's a good... I love Reanimator.
And I don't have Dead Alive, but I would pick Dead Alive, but I don't own it anymore. I got my DVD stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yep.
Good picks.
Those are some great picks.
Or Labyrinth, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We both love Labyrinth.
I love Labyrinth too.
I'm looking forward to that 4K, that new edition of the 4K coming out.
I have the digibook of the Blu-ray, but I'm like, I really want the 4K, so I'm probably gonna own 2 copies of Labyrinth in my collection.
I didn't get the original 4K, but I'm gonna probably get this one. I got the
same here.
I got the same digibook you got.
Yeah, I love that digibook. Like that's one of my favorites. So I love that. I didn't. This wasn't a question I wrote down, but digibooks or steelbooks? What's your favorite?
If
you had to pick one.
If they came out with more of them, I would pick digibooks. Like more, but we have more steelbooks because those are more common.
Yeah.
Those are more common. Yeah. Same here. I mean, I love digibooks. I would pick digibooks, like you said, if we had a lot more. Mm-hmm. But I'll say steelbooks because they're really releasing some amazing steelbooks right now. So.
Yeah, that Spiral steelbook looks awesome.
I know.
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet.
It's a great movie. I really enjoyed that movie a lot. I think you'll like that. If you're a big fan of the Saw movies, I think you'll appreciate that one.
I love what Lionsgate's doing with the slipcovers over the steelbook.
Yes, and I think every company should do that because that's a great way to keep those steelbooks safe.
Total Recall, the Evil Dead 1 and 2, and the Halloween 4K steelbook.
And have you seen Knives Out?
Yes, love it.
I don't want to give any spoilers, so if anyone watching now or later hasn't seen it, don't do this. But did you know about the trick with the slipcover?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yep. If you flip it around, you kind of see
who it is.
That was so clever.
So anybody who's watching this, if you've not seen the movie and you own the steelbook, do not do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. But yeah, I love the little protector sleeves on the steelbooks. I think that's awesome. So
well, we keep ours in those little protectors, little claspy ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like turkey
bags.
Those. We don't like turkey bags. So
yeah. What do you have? What's the protector you have? What is it?
You want to get it? You want me to get it?
Yeah,
I don't think I can get over there.
I'll get one.
We actually need to get some more of them.
I'll just pull out Alita.
Yeah.
It's just his little like. It's like this little.
Oh yes, I need to get those.
Yeah, they're cool.
I need to get those.
I think
Those
they're
are neat.
I think it was like $50 for 100 of them or
They're
something like
so
that.
easy to assemble, and they're great for OCD, which I have OCD.
I do
They
too,
look
but
so clean and nice.
Yeah, I just don't like the bag look. I know everybody does that. Do you bag your Blu-rays?
I used to. Now, don't say shame on you, Justin. Do not say this.
No, that's fine.
I need to get protectors for my steelbooks. I need to still get some. I had the baggies at one point, but I didn't like the way it looked.
Yeah, I mean, I should protect the slipcovers on the screens and stuff, but I just don't.
Yeah, I don't do that. You know, and yeah, I need to get those though, because my steelbooks, sometimes I'll pull those steelbooks out. I'm like, oh, no scratch, please, no scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been meaning to get those, so I'll have to get those protectors. I think those look really cool. Real quick, some comments here. Movies that need Blu-ray releases. Scatterbrain said Black Roses. Yes, I've not seen that one yet, but
I haven't seen it. I heard it's like a heavy metal horror kind of movie.
yeah, I think my buddy Born to Be Rad or Garrett, he did a rad recommendation on it. I could be wrong. I think it was a rad recommendation. So
yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about it throughout the years. I've just never seen it.
Same here. John Still said The Keep and Deadly Friend need Blu-rays. Yes, both great movies. I love Deadly Friend. That's an underrated Wes Craven movie.
And he has one that's really good. The heavy metal like Trick or Treat. You know, the Ragman.
No False Metal. Yes, I love that. I love that one.
Yeah,
I love
like
that.
a German release, I think, of that. But we need a stateside release of that movie.
We do. That's such a great movie. Have you seen that one, Coco?
Nope.
Oh, so good. Yeah, we need that one. And that's an awesome soundtrack too. Scatterbrain said, who's your favorite gremlin? Who is your favorite gremlin?
Oh.
Probably the one I got the NECA of.
Where is it?
Is
it in here?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
It's the Flasher gremlin.
Oh, yes. I love the Flasher gremlin.
Let me see.
You got it somewhere.
I don't think it's in here.
It's over there, babe.
Where?
It's underneath the Back to the Future
one. Oh, perfect. We will show you which one.
He's seen this in our video, I think.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
We'll show the viewer. This guy.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
that is so awesome.
This is. I know they made a bunch of different NECA gremlins, but that's the one I'm keeping right there.
Yep.
That is so awesome. By the way, guys, I realized I did not have I just got a microphone. I realized I did not have it on, so hopefully you guys can hear me well. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Okay. I was like, was that on? I'm like, nope, that was not on. Let's see. John Still, he wants to know again. I think you said Amazon, but the Steelbook protectors. Where did you guys get those?
I got them on eBay.
eBay? Okay.
Yep.
Nice. I'm gonna have to get some of those.
Yeah, I think it was like $50 for 100, so it's not too bad price. But you can get lower quantities than that too, like 25 or something.
I'm gonna have to get those again. Who's ever watching this, don't look down on me. I still need to get Steelbook protectors.
You're all good. There's plenty of people that collect Steelbooks like that.
Yeah. I know. Some of them are like some rare ones, and I'm like, when I take the Steelbook out, I'm like, please don't scratch. No.
If you want to see something bad, I'll show you my popcorn Steelbook real quick.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
This thing is mangled beyond.
Was that the one at the bottom of the stack in the room?
Yeah, I fell on this thing and it smashed. And Justin knows this movie too.
I love this movie.
Popcorn, right?
Look, oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the bottom of it. It's It's just.
Oh, and that's such a great Steelbook too. I know. My goodness.
One day I fell in my room and it was on the floor and
there was no chance.
There was no chance for it.
Man!
I still put it in the protector, you know.
Oh yeah.
9 of you fell on that thing.
All 6'9" of me.
Can I ask you, because this happens with me when like a steel book falls or something happens? Did you either cry or cry on the inside? Because I cry on the inside. I'm like, no tears, Justin. No tears.
I cried on the inside with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I do that too. My Midsommar's like that one that you have fell in the back of one of the movie shelves when I was like cleaning the top of the movie shelf, and it fell right in the back, and I was like, no. I said, please let it be okay. And it was. It was okay. It was okay. What's up, Cinema Dave? How are you, Dave? Cinema Dave Media. How are you doing, Dave? And happy Friday to you. I hope you had a great Friday and I hope you have a great weekend. Dave, if you do not know Brian Goes Blue and Coco too, please go subscribe to them. Fantastic. I'm having so much fun talking with you guys.
Yeah, we'll step back too. I mean, we want to meet more and more people too.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
And then Scatterbrain said, breaks my collector heart. He saw your steelbook. So
you have a lot of followers that we haven't been able to follow yet. So really cool meeting all you guys.
Yep.
Well, you guys go subscribe to them. So definitely go subscribe. And if you subscribe, I will give you all the Skittle love in the world. So I send love anyway, but I'll give you Skittle love. There you go.
Different.
Dave said, all good here. That's awesome, Dave. I'm trying to, what's some other questions I have here? So, okay. Mid-Level Media already asked this, but physical media releases that we're looking forward to. Anticipated movies. I'm trying to think, what are some other, I had a question that I totally forgot to ask. We talked about theatrical experiences. Do you have any favorite, and it doesn't have to be one moment, but video store memories? Do you have video store memories? I know you said, Brian, buying movie gallery movies. That's one of my favorites, but do you guys have any favorite video store memories?
I definitely do.
Go for it.
So we'll watch a horror movie and he'll say, oh, I saw this when I was like 9 or whatever, when he was like really young. And I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, wow, like we had very similar childhoods, but also very different. Like my parents would let us watch whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But I just chose to be kind of watching like not scary stuff if I had the choice, which is totally different now because I'll watch anything. Like that's why I love horror. But also my parents were a little protective, I think, of it because my brother and sister, I have an older brother and sister, and my Exorcist story was them literally turning off all of the lights. This sounds terrible, by the way. Tying me to a chair, like for fun, not like in like a malicious or aggressive way, and making me watch The Exorcist with them, which was, kind of traumatizing, but we laugh about it now. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So my parents, when we'd go to the video store, my dad would usually take me and my brother, and me and my brother would kind of sneak off, and he'd say, oh, I'm going to go show Courtney. Well, because my real name's Courtney. But I'm going to go show Courtney. We're going to go check out some other movies. And we'd always sneak over to like the horror section and just like check things out. Yeah. Our parents would never like let us bring them home because my mom like didn't like bringing horror movies into the house, whatever. She didn't like them. But that's like, that was always a good memory. It was just like not even watching the movies, but like sneaking over there with my brother to like check them out. And then when our parents would go to sleep, of course, we'd find whatever was on TV. Like, and watch like Freddy and Jason and stuff like that. So that was always like a favorite movie store pastime. What about you?
What about you, Brian?
Just going in general on your bike?
Yeah, just going in general. Just looking at all the different covers and in the sections of stuff that like back then my parents wouldn't let me rent, like some of the really extreme horror movies too.
Yeah.
Just being able to see that type of stuff that you don't normally see on a day-to-day basis. Before the internet came around and you could see everything.
Well, I'll ask you, did you ever like fantasize about having like standing there looking at all those movies? Did you ever like fantasize about having a collection like that? Like how that was all displayed? Did you ever think like, wow, it'd be so cool to have like a room like that one day?
Did
you ever think that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's cool. And now it's coming.
I did too.
You did too?
I did too. Yeah. Like for me at least, like when you have like the big movie collection, especially growing up, and you love video stores, I always thought maybe one day I'll rent out my movies and like have my own little video store.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you don't want to rent those movies at all.
Right.
No.
That's how
no.
Yep.
If we rent out like an out of print title, we might not get it back. So
Exactly.
I used to love it. For me, it was like you'd walk in and like you both mentioned like going to the horror movie aisle and you knew you couldn't rent those movies, but you can look at the covers. And I also used to like try to like secretly like pick up the box and look at the back of the cover. I'm like, ooh, what's behind the box? Like a Fright Night. I remember the cover of Fright Night scared me as a kid, but I was like, what's the back look like? Little things like that I love. And then the smell of popcorn when you walked into a video store.
Oh, yeah.
That was always fun. And going up when you would drive up or ride your bike up to the video store, like the posters on the windows.
Yeah.
That was always cool. I love stuff like that. Little things like that.
My movie gallery, it used to have its own like one of those little popcorn makers there. And then we give you a free bag of popcorn if you wanted one.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So
what about like, okay, you guys, what about like sneaking into the adults only section? Did you guys ever do that? Because I definitely did that at one point. I'll admit.
No. I don't think I did.
Really?
No.
Come on.
I mean, here's a question, right? Just Scatterbrain said, Justin, as an employee working at a video store, do you have any crazy stories? I don't want to give all stories away, but I had definitely the fun, the crazy, the good, and the bad. Yeah, talking about the adult area, there'd be a couple times I would literally would hear the door open and I would be like, are those teenagers back there? And I was like, what? I was 30 years old and I sound like I am an adult, but I'd sound like a parent and I would go back there and like open the door and I'm like, are you in here? Stuff like that.
Oh, there was a door. Ours just had like a curtain. It was like a curtain or like a, you know, those like beads that would like go in a door frame. Like that's what we had.
We didn't have a curtain. We didn't have anything. We had a door that had like a star on it. And I remember one time this kid looked up at me and she was like, is that where the movie stars are? And I'm like, oh, sure.
Not exactly, kid.
No. I remember the one times when I would have to go put movies up and I would shut the door and like somebody would try to come in, not like an adult. Somebody would like open the door just to see what was inside. I'm like, no. I was like, you cannot come in this room. No. Yeah, I have a lot of memories. I loved working at a video store. I thought it was so much fun. Again, because we're movie collectors and, you know, like we just talked about, like, you know, growing up, we had a collection and you know, we thought, oh, you know, it feels like we have our own little movie store. So yeah, I have so many. Again, I have the crazy, the good, the bad, the OMG moments working at a video store. But yeah, I had so much fun. I even loved like putting up movie posters and everything. Again, like the littlest things I loved. The one thing I did not like was counting candy and doing inventory because after a while I was like, you know what, I'm never gonna eat candy again, and now I have like a whole thing of candy behind me. So yeah. But a lot of fun memories.
Speaking of video rental stores, have you gotten the chance to watch Fear Street yet on Netflix?
I've seen 94 and 1978. I love them both. I really enjoyed 94. Love 1978.
Yeah.
So. How about you all?
The third one's the best one, I think. The 1666.
Is it really? Awesome.
Yeah, because it kind of ties everything in. I thought we would really love what was it, 78?
78.
Yeah, I really liked that one a lot just because of like the camper vibe and all that. But yeah, the third one really ties everything in. But I would recommend after watching the last one and everybody like watching, go on YouTube and search. There's a couple that actually there was a pop-up in Hollywood, and it was actually like a haunted house, if you will. That Netflix put out, and it's really cool because it takes like the people into the different scenes of each movie. So
nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was cool for us to watch.
It masks like a fake video store. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, I think you'd really like it.
And this is on Netflix, you said?
It was the Fear Street's on Netflix, but
just on YouTube.
Just
you
on
can
YouTube.
Just search like Fear Street pop-up haunted house or whatever.
Really?
Something that's happening like real time right now. I don't know how long it'll be there, but people are doing like walkthrough videos of them going through the haunt.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to I will have to look that up. I will look that one up. Let's see. Scatterbrain. Were you guys good at returning movies or on time, or were you always the late people when you rented a movie?
Oh, I was on time.
On time.
I hated late fees.
We're not rule breakers.
Probably when I think there might have been one or two movies before I started working at a video store where I was like that, but after I worked at a video store, I'm like, everyone return your movies on time so I don't have to call you.
Right.
You don't want to hear me talk to you.
Or like, I would, if it was late, I would try to like flip it through the box outside of the thing.
Yes.
Just to make sure that maybe they wouldn't check me in as late.
I remember those days too. Oh my gosh. Just getting there to slide it into the drop box.
But before they noticed that you were late.
Yes.
we used to so there would be nights like we used to sometimes close at 11 o'clock like on a Friday and Saturday. So when I would work the night shifts, and after the stores close, I'm counting the money, I'm making sure everything looks good. It was so quiet, and I was like, okay, I'm doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, movies would drop in the Dropbox, and I would jump out of my skin. Like oh wow! And people would yell through the window, "Can you scan my movies in?" And I'm like, "Sure, I will. Sure, I will."
That's funny.
Oh,
I know.
You already hung your new Nightmare poster. That's awesome.
I did. Yes, I know. You could see. Yes, you could see his epic claw right there.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I don't know if that's a theatrical poster or if it's a video rental poster. I'm not sure, but I know it's original.
It might be a video rental poster because I don't see the credits at the bottom.
I don't either. So I think that's an original. So
yeah,
because on the back it says New Nightmare. So
cool.
I think that's just an original poster. So yeah,
that's awesome.
New Nightmare is my favorite one. What's your guys' favorite Nightmare on Elm Street?
Honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen any of them, so I don't even know. We've been talking about how we need to revisit them.
I'm probably gonna say Dream Warriors, but I love number 2 a lot.
Oh yes, I love that. Them too. I'm a big fan.
Freddy's
New Nightmares
in that one.
You what?
Freddy's really creepy in that one.
I think he's. Oh, by the way, hello, Jamie. How are you? How are you doing tonight, Jamie? Thank you for stopping in. I was just watching some of your videos, so love your channel, Jamie. But what was it? Oh, New Nightmare? Oh, not New Nightmare. Freddy's Revenge. He was scary. For me, I think he was the scariest out of the franchise in that. Like, he was scary in the original movie. He was scary in New Nightmare. But I think as far as Freddy's Revenge goes, I think he's the scariest in that movie. I remember 5 years old sitting behind a couch watching Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2 being terrified. And I vividly remember like the moment where Freddy pops out of Mark Patton's body. And it's still creepy today. in Grady's room.
Yeah.
So,
and he just like the body just like falls behind him.
Oh, I know. You're welcome, Jamie. I love your videos. So
it's like he's wearing a dress of skin.
I know. I love Freddy's Revenge. That's a good one. Dream Master. You what?
The opening part on the school bus is insane too.
Yes. Oh, it is insane. It is insane. That's one of my favorites. So I'm glad there's some Freddy's Revenge love from you, Brian, because I love that movie. I would say like because some people consider New Nightmare as like a standalone movie. So if I had a favorite sequel, and Jamie says Dream Warriors, nice. Dream Warriors is awesome. I love Dream Warriors, but I would say Dream Master, like my favorite sequel. That one might be that's one of my favorites, Dream Master. So.
Is that the one with the Roach Motel scene?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So epic soundtrack too. Epic soundtrack. I love it. So well, let's see. I'm trying to think of any other questions I wrote down. We'll wrap this up soon, but do you guys have any videos planned coming up? Do you have any videos kind of in the works?
Yeah, definitely. What were our
ornaments?
Oh yeah, so I don't know if you remember back in October I did in July and October we do a Hallmark keepsake ornament haul.
I think we did the haul in December.
The
video.
Oh, okay, because we had picked up in October, so I just did a huge haul in July, so Christmas in July.
Love it.
So we have that planned as far as that go, like more nostalgia. And then we have stacks of movies in front of us and out in our kitchen. Well, not our kitchen, but on our bar. We probably
have like 10 videos of updates to show.
Just physical media alone. Yeah.
But we also want to do more like, like going out type of videos and stuff like that too. Not just indoors, because we like venturing out and I don't know, trying to spice it up a little bit on the channel.
Yep. Also, we're gonna do a Harry Potter Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Bean video.
That'll be fun.
We might do it live just to like make it fun. But we bought 2 boxes just so that we can like do it live and get reactions.
Yeah, even if we don't get that many reactions, it'll still be a video on our channel.
Yeah, so just something fun and different.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever try when October they released like those Skittles that were like Skittles in October where like some of them would be like great like tasting Skittles and then other ones would be like nasty flavors?
No.
Did you guys ever?
No, we didn't know they did Skittles of those.
No.
Oh my goodness. Well, in October, you'll have to go to a retail store and see if you can find them, because I tell you what, I've never done the jelly bean one, like the Harry Potter ones.
Right.
But I did that Skittle one with my buddy Lewis, and we're sitting there eating these Skittles. We bought a package of them, and we're eating them, and he finally got one that was just like terrible taste, and he had to run to the bathroom. He was gagging, and I'm like, "Is it that bad?" He's like, "It's horrible."
Oh my gosh.
So, hey Jay, how are you? Jay the Stingray, what's going on? How's Jay? Jay's been around for a long time. I love his channel. And then John still says we need more Brian eating spicy things that no one else can eat.
Yeah, I'm a big spice lover. I have like a hot sauce collection and everything. I'm big into the spice.
Yep.
Jay has tried those Skittles, but yeah, I jump back and forth, so I apologize. But
you're good.
The Skittles, yeah. So he ate a Skittle. I said I haven't got one yet, so I keep eating them, and I thought I had one, and I was like, oh, it tastes a little bit weird, and wound up actually being good. But then the final Skittle I had, I ran to the bathroom. I said that was horrible. So if you want a fun challenge too in October, if they have those Skittles, you will have to get those. Jay says don't eat those, but I'm like, I think once in your life, if you're a Skittle fan, you got to try them once, just once. Art's
Potter, the one with the booger jelly bean. Yes, that's one of the bad ones.
Isn't vomit one of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Earwax.
Oof. 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 All right, guys. So I want to just some quick questions from the live chat. If you guys have any questions for Brian and Coco, please ask more questions. This would be awesome. So before we start wrapping up, do you guys have questions? Brian and Coco, do you guys have any questions? Can you anything you can think of?
Oh, I don't know if I know you collect NECAs, right?
Yes, I do.
So do you collect the Toonie Terrors? Or have you those?
I have not got those yet, but those look awesome.
Did you see some of the ones in one of our recent videos where we showed like the more recent ones that we got?
Well, in the room tour we show the.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. The we have the Ash Sam from Trick or Treat.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Yes. Isn't there one a Michael Myers one where his eyes are bleeding? Isn't that a Toonie? I think they released one with Michael Myers with the bleeding eyes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
For Halloween too. Yeah, I love collecting NECA figures. I think they're awesome.
Yes.
We actually have a question. Scatterbrain. What do you guys have on pre-order? Do you guys have anything on pre-order?
Well, I'm sure we do.
Pre-order, I have. Well, as you saw, I had the unboxing of the Bird with the Crystal Plumage Art Original Edition, and so I pre-ordered the Cat of Nine Tails Art Original Edition as well, which we might do an unboxing of that one as well on our channel. So it's got the original art in the front of the cover of the box there, and Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, pre-ordered that. Pre-ordered The Dark from MVD. That's coming out next month too.
The Dark. I've heard of that one.
The sci-fi horror.
Okay.
I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I really want to get the 4K set of Demons 1 and 2.
Got those. Yep.
Season of the Witch. I want to pre-order that, but I haven't pre-ordered that yet. I'm trying to think of what I've pre-ordered.
I do the same thing, and then eventually it all comes in the mail, and you're like, "Oh, I remember pre-ordering that."
Yeah. Right.
Yep. You're like, okay.
No, I do the same thing. Yeah, I'll pre-order a whole bunch of stuff, and for me, it's like I don't even remember sometimes pre-ordering some of it.
Right. One other thing I wanted to ask you, Justin, was do you know about the 4K D-Ray on his channel? He does the movie battles.
Oh yes, I love his videos. Yes.
I feel like you should do it sometime. That would be so awesome. We watch those like every Thursday night. Brian did one time.
Oh, nice.
It's a lot of fun. Like we've become addicted to when we don't have to work. We become addicted to like tuning in or just watching the replay. It's a lot of fun.
I love his videos. Yes, that would be fun. I love his channel.
The Sundown Vampire and Retreat is another one that's pre-ordered. The other best round coming out.
I might get that one. I've not heard of that movie, but I will have to check that one.
It's got David Carradine and Bruce Campbell and Maxwell Caulfield from Grease 2.
Oh, I love Maxwell. So
I think it's pretty promising.
Yeah.
You had me at Maxwell, so I'm like, okay. Grease 2. I'm a Grease 2 fanatic. I love Grease 2. All right, so Art has a question. We actually have a couple of them. Art, what do you guys think of David Gordon Green changing the plot of Halloween Ends from the same night as 2018 to a few years later? Have you guys heard about this?
No. Have you?
No.
So Halloween Ends, so 2018 Kills and Ends were all supposed to take place in one night. And I think because of, the pandemic, they had to shut down filming And so I think, and don't quote me on it, but I think David and Danny changed kind of the outline of it. And so um, they decided, instead of having Halloween Ends kind of be on the same night as the previous two movies, Halloween Ends is going to be like a few years later. So instead of it all being on one night, the trilogy, Halloween Ends is going to take place a few years later after the events of 2018 and Kills.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which I thought the idea was cool of having all three movies take place on one night. But, you know, obviously we haven't seen Kills yet, but it will be interesting after watching Kills, like having a story of, you know, a few years later and what, you know, everybody's going through, like grieving process or whatever it may be. So I kind of like the idea.
Yeah, I like the idea. They need to elaborate on what happens in those years, of course.
Yes. Oh yeah, of course. I agree with that.
But if they try to pass it a few years later and do one of those without telling us stuff, it's gonna not be that good. But it'll probably be great. Everybody loves 2018 Halloween was great, so
I really enjoyed that one. That was a good one. Let's see. John Still, he has a question. Brian and Coco, are you getting Alone in the Dark?
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
That again, I'm so happy that movie's coming out on Blu-ray finally. I love that movie.
How do you feel about the art of that? I didn't really like that cover art too much.
I really like it. Not one of my favorites, but I really like it. I sometimes I'll look at it online and the artwork's good, but then when you get it in person, for some reason it's better. Do you guys ever?
Yeah. Maybe the poster might look better than the screen grabs.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you one I loved, and I loved it when I saw it online, and I loved it in person, was House of Wax.
Oh yeah.
The Scream Factory artwork for that one.
Yeah, we just did a rewatch of that just a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorites. I love that movie so much. Love it. There you go. I bought it too. I got the poster too. Okay. I actually want to hang that one up. I got to find somewhere to hang it. So
we just got this one too, Dead Zone. So
I need to get that movie. And shame on me for saying this. I've never seen the Dead Zone, so I need to watch it.
I got House of Wax and Dead Zone, because just for the free shipping option, basically. Because but I wanted both editions, so it worked out.
Oh yeah. I mean, I gotta get Dead Zone. I also want to get, because I thought it's kind of random, but it was fun. Return to Salem's Lot, like that's getting a Blu-ray release. So
yeah, I've never seen that. Pre-order that one probably too.
So I rewatched it back in March. It's hokey beyond hokey, but I think you'll enjoy Return to Salem's Lot. So it's a fun movie. Let's see. Jamie says, yay for Grease 2. Yeah, I love Grease 2. I'm a cool writer. I love it. I want a cool writer. So John Still says, I'm still angry that they disregarded Halloween 2 when they did Halloween 2018. Not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm a big Halloween 2 fan. So when they first announced that they were disregarding Halloween 2, kind of like that timeline of the brother-sister thing, I wasn't too big of a fan of that. I still love Halloween 2, and I still love kind of the brother-sister storyline.
Yeah.
And then Jamie, I just rewatched House of Wax 2 nights ago as well.
That's funny.
That transfer looked really good. Yes.
Yeah.
It looked really good. And Art has a question. How much would you guys need to get? Let's see. How much would you guys need to get paid to watch Halloween House of Wax while eating earwax flavored jelly beans?
Probably not much.
Yeah.
Probably not much.
Find me like a 4K and I'll be all right. I'll do it.
There we go. Same here. Find me a 4K. There we go. Yeah. You talked Demons 1 and 2. I pre-ordered those, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to look like on 4K.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was going to ask if you were getting the Arrow editions or the Synapse versions.
I'm going for Synapse. I almost bought the Arrow ones. I almost did, and then Synapse announced that they were releasing it.
Killer on the Synapse. I would love a poster of that.
Oh, for the Synapse one?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So it would be awesome if they released a poster. I know they're doing like postcards, like they're gonna have some goodies in there with the release.
Yeah.
So, and then I pre-ordered the Children of the Corn box set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Legend, the Arrow video.
Oh, I did pre-order that too. I did get that.
Did you get the one with the new artwork or the original artwork?
I went with the original.
Same here. That's what I got. So looking forward to it.
From Zabby.
Yeah, I'm excited to get that. So that's one of my favorites. Talk about a movie legend. Absolutely love that.
Really good.
Hey,
all right, guys.
I wanted to ask you a question, actually.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious. Do you like musicals?
I love musicals.
Movies and like on stage.
Even movies, on stage, all that. I love. Yeah.
So, Rent never came out on Blu-ray. We have it on DVD, and you've never seen it, right?
Yeah, I think is it not on Blu-ray? I think it is.
I don't know.
It's on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's out of print though, because I got the Canadian Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. Are you a
But I love Rent.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I love it so much. I can sing every song and quote every line. I gotta get him to watch it.
No Day But Today. There we go.
And then, have you ever seen Wicked?
I've not seen Wicked on stage yet, but I love the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack.
How many times I've seen Wicked on stage? Like 6 times.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
So like the Broadway off-Broadway tour, like it would hit our town like every 3 years or so. So it was always like a milestone birthday of mine. So we would always go and see it on stage, and I just love it so much. And of course, have the soundtrack, love it. I'm a huge like lover of film score, so
yeah,
I had a feeling. I was like, I gotta ask him if he loves musicals, because I feel like he probably does, but I need to ask.
I do, and again, Justin's going deep here. Not really deep, but I am one who will, get ready for the day, brushing my hair, brushing my teeth, singing to musical songs, or like I'll be cleaning and I'm like singing.
Oh yeah, yes.
I also dance, and I'm a terrible dancer, but when I'm singing these songs, I gotta dance.
Yeah.
I like Phantom of the Opera. That's one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Love Phantom. Jamie says she loves Rent. Yes, I love Rent too.
So
I love Rent. Mamma Mia, big Mamma Mia fan.
Oh yes.
Love both movies. I love them. I have the soundtracks, and again, I will be in my car and singing to the songs, and people are like, "Oh, he's singing Rob Zombie," which I do love Rob Zombie, but what they don't know is I'm singing to Mamma Mia. So.
That's awesome. Do you ever do karaoke, like pre-pandemic? Did you ever go to karaoke?
I didn't. I did some karaoke. I didn't do a lot, but I don't know if my friends are. No, I have friends who are into karaoke, but I didn't do a lot. So, but I do like a good karaoke moment.
Yeah.
So
I've done a lot of karaoke in my day. So like that's like my big thing was like before movies and all that. When I met Brian, like I play the guitar and sing, and that's like my big thing, like being a musician. I've kind of lost touch with that, and I need to get back into it. But yeah,
and I was in show choir, so I was in choir, show choir. I used to sing. We sang Rent. We sang a couple songs from Rent.
So did we.
So yeah, before I knew what Rent was, we were singing these songs. I'm like, this is fun.
Awesome.
So
yes.
But I was always the one, and bless my teachers' hearts, I would sometimes I would be in a daze and I'm thinking about something else when we're singing these songs over and over. And so they would stop in the middle of it and go, "Justin, we know your key is off." And I'm like, how do you know it's me? How do you know? But I loved show choir. Let's see. Jamie says I do a lot of karaoke contests. I won prizes here at home. Let's see. I have a SoundCloud. Oh, nice. Nice.
There's actually
love it, Jamie.
On Facebook, they had a whole thing. Last year, it was a lot bigger. I don't know if it's still going on, but quarantine karaoke. And I was doing that. I like made some videos on my Facebook, and I had a lot of fun with that because we couldn't go out to, karaoke bars, and that was something that I really like loved to do. A lot of people go and drink and do it for that, but I'm kind of that more serious, like go in there and sing like a Whitney Houston ballad type of thing.
Oh, I love it.
But I mean, you have to go and like sing Spice Girls or like Backstreet Boys with your friends too in a big group. Like that's always fun.
That was me. That was me. I still sing Spice Girl songs.
Oh, I love Spice Girls.
They just celebrated 25 years, so I'm excited about that.
That's amazing. Is it true that they're going on tour together? Did I see something?
They're talking about it, and Victoria Beckham's interested in getting back together again. So
that would be amazing.
Somebody mentioned a bucket list. I think John Still mentioned the bucket list. Okay, here goes. Bucket list: watch Wicked on stage with Coco. My bucket list is actually going to be seeing the Spice Girls in concert one day.
Yeah,
so, I love that. Art says, Justin, sing us some Rent for us. Gosh, let's see if I can think of a.
Let's duet some Rent right now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What's your favorite one?
You what?
What's your favorite Rent song?
I like what's that song? Take Me Out Tonight. That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do a little bit of it. And if I have a terrible voice, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I love this.
What's the time? Oh, it's gotta be close to midnight. I want to put on my high heels and talk with a stranger or flirt with a stranger. Do I want to be standing tall? Want to get in a crowd with a fight? See, Justin's butchering it a little bit. We don't need any money. I know we can get in for free. There we go. Take me out tonight. I have to go. See, you guys get me to sing, by the way, so there we go.
You know which one I love?
Which one?
Why can't I think of it? It's playing in my head right now. It's the duet between Mimi and Roger.
Which one is it?
Between Mimi and Roger, the duet between them.
Yes. Oh, the candle. Would you light my candle?
Yes.
I like that one. I like that one, and No Day But Today. That's a good one. Without You.
So good.
I love it. I can do some. I love Cool Rider from Grease 2. I'm a big Grease 2 fan, so I do love that. I love Grease. That's another great musical.
Oh, yeah.
So Art said, "Yay, LOL." Thanks, Justin. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I can sing. I love singing, but do I have the choir voice that I used to? Probably not. So I don't know. I do love singing though. I do love singing. So Jamie said my karaoke song is Belinda Carlisle's "I Get Weak." I love that song. And then I love Nothing's Gonna Stop Us from Mannequin. You guys know that one?
Yes.
I do. Yep.
And we can build the stream together, stand and song forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
There we go. We're harmonizing there.
There you go.
That's a future vid right there.
Yes. I love it.
All right, guys. So I have one more question for you guys. By the way, I have had so much fun tonight. Thank you both for joining this show, joining my live chat. I've had a blast.
First time talking to you on video.
I know.
I'm a big fan of you. What?
It's like talking to an old friend.
It is. It really is. Again, you really build friendships within this YouTube community. So talking to you guys, it's like old friends, talking to old friends again. So I think you guys have an awesome channel. I love your videos. So definitely keep up the fantastic work. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So the last question I like to ask everybody, because I love positivity, I love happiness, and so at the end of every video with somebody, I like to ask, what's your positives and happiness in life? So what are your guys' positives and happiness?
Each other.
Yeah.
There you go. I love that. I love that.
Life gets really hard and raw and real. And I feel like, especially with having a platform on YouTube, you always want to be on or feel like, you know, you need to be in your best mood to make a video. And I'm definitely, you know, kind of a culprit of that. You know, Brian will want to make a video and I'm just like having a bad day. But at the end of the day, when we have each other, we really just like build each other up. And it's really the simple things for us, like having our dog, watching our movies, just being grateful for having friends and family close by to us, you know, and not sweating the small stuff like you always say to me.
Yeah.
Because I do. But
yeah.
I try to tell her not to let things get to her, you know?
Yeah. And I'm a person that, like, with interactions with people, especially at work a lot, like lately, I take things very personal when it's not intended, when it's not even intended to be personal, or even if it is, if it's some form of bullying or, you know, something like that, you know, want to take it personal. And even if it is, you shouldn't, you know, it should always be, you know, take the good from it.
Yep.
Exactly. You know, I'm the same way though. Especially, and I think you both work in retail, or you guys, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It you know, I worked at Family Video for 6 years, and so, you know, you're always going to have like the great customers and the bad customers, and I'm always one that if a customer comes in, if they're in a bad mood, or if I call them like for a late fee or whatever it may be,
right,
sometimes I would get people like cussing me out, or something would happen, and or even like small like negative comments, they would always get to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you just have to realize that, like, even though there's the negative there, there's always the good, there's always the positive, and you just need to not let negativity win. Always let that positivity win.
Definitely.
And have fun. Like like you said, it could be the simplest things, like, you know, watching movies or doing something that you love outside of movies. Like, I love writing. Like, I'm a big writer. I love writing. So yeah, and surrounding yourself with positivity and love, and we definitely have a community that is so amazing. Like, we have an amazing community.
We do.
And very, very blessed. Very blessed for both of you. I'm very blessed for the friendships I've made here on YouTube, and the friendships I'm still making. So read some of these comments real quick, but I just want to say thank you to you both. Thank you to everybody for, you know, just being my friends. I consider you guys friends. So
Yes, same. And we're such big fans of your channel. It's like almost surreal to us that we're even.
I know we don't we don't comment much, but I mean,
we watch like all, everything. So. Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way. If I don't comment, I'm watching your videos. I even love the stuff that you do outside of, you know, updates. Like, you did a McDonald's video, like the toys, and I loved it. I loved it. It brought back so many great memories.
That one got over 1,000 views too.
You what?
It got over 1,000 views, that video too. So that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
We were so proud of that one. It was so impromptu. I mean, because I loved the Great Movie Ride. Obviously, it was amazing. And when it shut down at Hollywood Studios, we were pretty sad about it. And Brian had bought me like a new poster for the Great Movie Ride and the new ride that replaced it. And then they came out with those toys. So it was like, we're like, we have to do a video about this. Like, this is just too perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I loved it. I loved it. So I love that video. Do you remember the Hercules plates?
We have the Hercules plates.
We
do.
I do too. We got all of them.
Oh, goodness.
We got all of them.
Yes. And McDonald's ones as well.
We just recently found on Facebook Marketplace, and we went to go pick them up from somebody's like house. We went and picked up the set of the Batman Forever glasses from McDonald's, the ones that were
love it.
Yes. And they
Love it.
They were not yellowed. They were like minty clear, crystal clear.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know what I have? I have and that's awesome. I remember those.
Yeah.
I have do you remember when Revenge of the Sith came out and Burger King had the Burger King watches of all 6 of those Star Wars?
Yep.
I still have all of them.
That's
awesome.
In the containers, they're open, but they have the containers and everything.
That's really cool.
I used to have the Rugrats ones from Burger King.
I did too. I collected all the watches. I needed them. I loved them.
Yes.
So read some of these. I'll read some of these comments real quick. But John still said this was real dope. Thank you, John. Really dope. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
Scatterbrain says, as toxic as the internet can be, the horror community shows you how positive it can be, and that's true. That is true. John still says, positive is waking up alive in the AM. That is very true.
Yes.
Rudy says, have a good night. Rudy, thank you for stopping in, buddy. We really appreciate it. There's Diva. There she is. There she is.
We're trying to get done.
And let's see, we got the 80s and 90s have the best Happy Meals. Yes, they did. Art says the best Happy Meals. They had so many cool toys and products out. I loved them. Absolutely loved it. And then Jamie says the trolls love the full moon. They do.
Yes.
They do. You know, we had werewolves, we have vampires, we have trolls out on the full moon. But you know, I had such a blast again. Thank you both so much for
thank you for having us.
You're welcome. It doesn't seem like it's been like 2 hours and almost 30 minutes, but it has. I've had a blast. So
it's been amazing.
Well, thank you. And it has been amazing. I've had such a blast. Really deep down, you guys are fantastic YouTubers. Keep doing what you're doing. I love watching, and I consider you guys awesome friends. Yep. Let's see. Oracle says, "Hey gang, nice movie collection. Always stay positive, no matter how rough life can get." We got. I don't know who we have in here, so let me block this person. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think we got a hater. There we go. Got rid of the hater. I don't know who that was. Sorry about that if you guys were reading it. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
And then Jay says, good night, everybody. But I agree. Always stay positive no matter how rough life can get. And that is true. That is true. In with the positive, out with the negative.
I was just going to say, that's your signature line.
Hey, we've been through a lot in life. We go through ups and downs, but always remember the great ups that we have.
That's right.
The positive stuff. But before we wrap this up, besides YouTube, which I will put the link down below, do you guys have any other, is there any other places, I know we mentioned Instagram, any other places people can find you though? Instagram, YouTube?
Letterboxd, I'm on there. Brian does Blue as well.
Okay.
Not really anything else. I don't do Twitter.
I don't do the Twitter either. I tried getting a Twitter and I was like,
we don't do TikTok.
Way. I have people say, Justin, you need to get a TikTok. I'm like, okay. You got to realize, like, I'm like, when it comes to like the internet and everything and like technology, I'm like, okay, what is a TikTok? I do not know what that is.
I think she watches TikToks sometimes,
I do,
but
just for laughs.
She doesn't make any or anything like that.
Right.
I don't know if I can. I might do the TikTok one day. It might happen in my life. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave all that stuff down below. If Jamie says have a good night, thank you for stopping in, Jamie. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Much love to you. And John still says no, don't do it, Justin. Okay. I might not do the TikTok. Maybe one day it will happen. Scatterbrain says this stream was awesome as always, guys. Well, thank you for stopping in. But I'm gonna leave everything down below where people can find you. After we're done going live, Brian, I'll ask you or Coco if you guys can send me all your links that way I can put them in the comments or in the description.
Yeah.
But thank you all for stopping in. Everybody in the chat tonight, thank you for joining the chat, watching. Anybody watching this on the playback, thank you for watching. And to these two fantastic people I've been talking to, Brian Goes Blue and Coco too, thank you once again for joining this live chat with me. So,
thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And do you guys have anything you want to say to everybody who joined tonight?
Yeah, just thank you for everybody for watching. And, if you check out our channel and subscribe, we really appreciate it. We're definitely going to go through, probably look for all the people that came through and sub to your channel as well, because we're always looking to make new friends. And
of course,
we thank you, Justin. Like I said, we're huge fans of your channel. We love everything you do, and we look forward to watching all the content that you continue to put out. Hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Yeah. I'm already planning
together.
I'm already planning it. We're gonna come up with something fun. It's gonna be great.
And hopefully we'll see you on one of the movie battles.
I would love that. So I watch his videos. If he's watching, I love his videos.
Yes. Yes.
And then real quick, I keep saying real quick, we're gonna wrap it up, I promise. Justin, what can we expect for the rest of the week? I have another live chat tomorrow night with another YouTuber. So that'll be tomorrow night again at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then I think I'm gonna do another horror movie boutique episode next week. So
that's
awesome.
awesome.
It's gonna be Scream Factory. I think I'm gonna do Scream Factory.
I have to watch your Synapse one. I haven't watched that yet.
I had a lot of fun with that because I love Synapse. That's a great one. Great company. Prom Night, they released that on Blu-ray. I love that Blu-ray. Suspiria, so many of them. And then Jamie says real quick, connected to Brian and Coco. So there we go. So
thank you, Jamie.
All right. And I want to end this by saying everybody who's watching right now in the live chat or who's watching the replay, please go subscribe and watch, like, comment on Brian Goes Blue and Coco 2's videos channel. Go subscribe. They're awesome. If you guys want some Skittle love, which of course I'm sending love always, but if you want Skittle love, go subscribe to them because they are amazing. And John says, great to meet you, Justin. Well, it's great to meet you too, John. So thank you for stopping in. But once again, guys, much love to you all. Always be yourself because you're amazing. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles, and I'll talk to you guys soon. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh,